Okay, I've pressed the button. Are you happy now, Tegan? Are you content, Tegan? I love how environmental storytelling, people who just watched the VOD and weren't sitting in chat. I've been going about posting my going live announcement because it normally takes a few minutes for people to like filter in. So instead of waiting 5 minutes for the first chatter to show up and just trying to vamp, I post the going live and then I go live. And by that point, people are like, you know, they're in waiting. Tegan, on the other hand, apparently is ready the millisecond I am and is just sitting in chat like slavishly like frothing at the mouth waiting for me to go live. So Tegan specifically hit the go live, I swan to John. Good morning Tegan. How are you? Oh great, the ad froze. Oh no. Oh, now I get to watch it again. This is what you get. This is what you get, Tegan. You could have just sat and waited patiently, but no. I'm going to choose to believe this is karma somehow. Also, I don't get to hear charming commentary. She's going to rewatch the VOD. Like, she's going to go out of her way to go back and watch the VOD when the stream is over, just so that she can see what terrible things I was saying. Hi, Tegan. Welcome. Hi back now. I'm Dad. Howdy. How are you, my good friend, Tegan? I do need to finish posting in all of the various Discords that I'm in with self-promo channels. So if you'll just give me a moment, perhaps. Just give me a moment, perchance. Let's see here. I gotta post it in that Discord. It's def delayed because I just got to your audio saying the ad froze. No. Hey, Gata. Why did the notice say something about licking me? Anyway, and that's all the places, I do believe. Fantastic. Amazing. I will allow this. There we go. Okay. So here's the deal. Howdy everybody. Try refreshing. Actually, did you know, actually, now that I think about it, this might be a plugin thing. No, it's on Chrome, so it can't be a plugin thing. It will tell you if you're using Twitch on your desktop, there will be a little doodad that tells you how many seconds you are behind the streamer. So you can fine tune like the input output to try to get as close to real time as possible, unless you specifically want to see everything nice and crisp and cool. I don't know if that will help in my case, because my internet is just shit. But the internet claims to be stable on my end. It claims to be stable. So fingers crossed. Fingers literally crossed. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it because I need to be honest with you guys. I have yet to have my first sip of coffee. Oh. I have now had my what? Jailed for what? Jailed for what? Why? Why have you done this? What crime have I committed? Wow. Okay. All right. Be that way then. I see how it is. All right. So here's the deal. Okay? Do you guys remember the last time I was here? The last time we were here? Thank you for the veg. Hey, blast fly! That is so much funnier in the third person view. Welcome for the sub, blast fly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fuck, that's good though. Fuck, that's funny. Anyway, what was I saying? I forget. Oh, yeah. So we ended stream with me standing right here holding a bunch of sugarcane. I have not logged onto the server since then. I have done nothing, which is a problem for multiple issues, for multiple things. Why lick? You know why. You know why. It got your attention, didn't it? So, unfortunately, no update. Everyone is responding to the lick and nothing else. Looks like my going live message worked if it got all of you to actually show up. What the fuck? Yeah, no, I've done nothing. I have done nothing. It has been a bad week for me for a number of reasons. I'm not going to get into it. I'm okay. Wow. Here I am, bearing my soul to you, bearing my emotional vulnerabilities, and you put me in jail? That is problematic on a number of ways. Hiya, Aya. Go prune the orchard. Is that what the kids are calling these days? Is that what the kids are calling it these days? It has been a rough week for me, so I will send you virtual hugs.
Well, fancy that. It's Trash Baby Aya. I hope you're having a good night, because it's about to get worse.
Oh no.
Chicken run. Chicken bite. Chicken sad about go leg. Lick.
You're literally pruning an orchard. Okay. I don't know the lingo. So I'm just going to assume that's very funny and or sexual. My body tired? Oh, I bet it is. Can't believe you're licking us in the year of white lung disease or whatever. Honestly, actually true. True, actually, in hindsight. Licking other people is frowned upon for a number of reasons, primarily because it could kill you. So maybe that joke is less funny. Oh, I just realized I have to rearrange the salt to match. Where is it? Hold on, I'll find it. Let's see here. Jail, guitar, ball pit, trash, confetti, chair. Where's the salt? Where is the salt, actually? Is it in TTS? It is in TTS. Here we are. All right, hold on. Salt, come back so I can... There you go. It's supposed to be on the brim of the hat, you see. There we are. Okay, fantastic. Bonk. Thank you. That can stay where it is. Thank you for the bonk. But no, I haven't done any Minecrafting, which is a problem when our main job here is to get a whole bunch of cobblestone and put it to... Tegan, I know it's a bit. Tegan. Thank you for the veg. I can't believe you don't know the dragon's lore. I do know the lore, and I am spoofing it. I am making a funny haha joke. Tegan, get with the bit. I've started and then stopped saying 6 different things, which is not old information. This is not a new portion of my streams. This is not new content. I have had a single sip of coffee, and I'm trying to greet multiple people as they join the stream. So, like, this is expected, but also, I have not completed a single thought in the last 10 to 15 minutes, and I would like to apologize. I won't, but I would like to. I had a bad week. Not a bad week, but a questionable week. Alright, bye, Pixel. Goodbye, Emma-wee. I love you. It's alright, you just need to reboot. It's true. I really, really, really do. Who is sniffing my foot? Choopy? What are you doing? Why? What was the purpose? I feel a wet nose just against the heel of my foot. Like, what? Huh? It was Choopy. Twitch also says no mod powers today. Interesting. Fascinating. They're getting you back for the lick. It's true. It's honestly true. Okay, well, I suppose that's fair. Okay, I need to make paper out of all of this sugarcane. Bop, bop. And then bop, bop, bop. then and we're going to use it to get more power on our pickaxe. Not a ton of power, mind you, but some. And then we're going to go mine cobblestone for the next 2 hours. All right, that's all I can get out of you. What can I get for... Okay, I have to work off to lurk. Bye, Captain Comic Geek. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen and adieu. Do I have anything that I can sell people in here? Doesn't look it. No, nothing of any value. I'm on my way to school. Hi, on my way to school. I'm dead. Why am I consistently being put in jail? What could I possibly have done? Finals is next week. Ooh. Oh, right. Because it's almost Christmas, which means you're halfway through the school year. All right. Do you feel prepared? And if you don't feel prepared, don't worry about it. Honestly, one more for the road. Okay. I suppose that is acceptable. Thank you for the veg. Thank you for the veg. Lots and lots of veg. You can't even see. Blast Flight, you laid an egg. I'm so proud of you. English sucks, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Especially, and this is an old man thing I'm about to say to you, Ryukeni, especially in the modern days when y'all kids aren't taught shit. Why do we speak it? English is a bullshit language, and I barely managed to figure it out growing up. From what I understand, based on social media alone and talking to the youth, they don't teach you kids shit these days, which is absolute bullshit, I must stress. If you're going to force people to have their entire lives be dictated by a letter grade, you should at least give them the chance to figure out what the fuck it is they're supposed to be doing. Like, what the hell? Oh, you know what? Actually, I should be able to gather up these emeralds and these arrows to make arrows of invisibility to get
Excellent. So fly. So cap.
Please stop. Please. Henbert, no. Henbert, please. Technically, Henbert is 5 years old now. 4 years old? No, I think Henbert's only 3. I think, on God, even. Tegan, please. Tegan, no. Don't do this to me. All right, let's grab an inventory's worth of beetroot. Actually, they just teach us things that we don't need. Like whatever this freaking thing is, and then post a semicolon? You don't think you need semicolons? This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They don't teach you kids shit. The semicolon is so important. I've never used one, and I don't blame you for it. I need to stress in this moment that I am not yelling at a child. However, what the fuck is wrong with your teachers? What the actual fuck is wrong with your teachers if they're not teaching you how to use semicolons properly? Oh my God. Actually, right? Right? Like that is an integral part of punctuation. I get yelled at by my teachers. It's entirely the fault of the No Child Left Behind Act. It absolutely is. Oh my God. I'm not yelling at you, Ryukeni. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm yelling in your direction. Holy shit. Yeah, no, like Tegan said, they only teach you what you need to know to get, air quotes, good grades on tests. But those tests don't actually, like, prepare you for shit. So you end up lacking knowledge that is needed as long as it makes them and the school by proxy look good. And this isn't me shitting on teachers. Like, some teachers deserve to be shat on, don't get me wrong. But for a lot of them, their entire job has been boiled down to these kids have to have good grades or else I lose my job. And that's just fucking nonsense. All right, so we grab myself, and then we go back to playing Minecraft. We scream about society for a moment, then we go back to playing Minecraft. It is the way. All right, let's put you in here and get some more bookshelves.
Please tell me in detail how to use a semicolon.
Hold on. You're saying I need chemistry to know that water turns into gas /J? Well, here's the thing. You're not incorrect. Like, unless you were going to be a chemist, you do not need to know the intricacies of chemistry. But understanding how chemistry works as a baseline knowledge to then go into the world is so fucking important. But it's oh my god. Oh, okay. I am too old, and I've had 2 drinks of coffee. I do not need to be this upset so early in the morning. Thank you, Blast Flight, for sharing semicolons. Listen. No. I am not, and I need to stress, I am not ever upset with you. Ryu Kenny has done nothing wrong ever, once in their life. We know this, and we love them. No, it's very much just me, an old man who does not have kids, realizing what a bullshit deal the kids are getting these days, and just getting pissed about it. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do anything else, there we go. All right, everyone. It's time for Cobblepod, where we talk about things. I have made you need to put a feather in Henbert when the plush is made. Amazing. No. As an old, I want the other old to prove they know what they are shouting about. Yes, no, Tegan said it as good as me. It is to connect 2 thoughts that are connected but not wholly original thoughts. Such as asides. When a thought interrupts another thought, you use a comma. I forget the actual term for it, but it's comma, the aside, comma, back to the original. Yes, they have to be independent clauses, gotta. That's what I was meaning. It has been 10 years since I was in high school, so the actual words evade me. But no, I know how to use a fucking semicolon. My English sucks, as you can see. I thought that sentence made sense until you read it. English as a second language for the win. Did you take ESL? That is fascinating, actually. I will never go back to any sort of schooling, but that is fascinating. You have a degree in ES... How did I never know that? Tegan, I assumed you were a business major. Tegan, I've spent... No! You aren't the business major. What was her name? Taichimun from the Digimon role-playing days was the business major. Oh my god. Holy shit. I have accidentally combined lore of 2 different people and just gone through my entire life thinking, yeah, that's correct. Oh. You know what? It's because you work at financial institution. That's why my mind said, oh my god, I can't believe I'm also secretly Taichimun. IRL lore. Listen. Normally, I would be like, there's so many of you guys in chat. I can't keep it all straight. But I've known Tegan specifically as a good, close friend, would invite to my wedding friend for at least, almost a decade now, actually. Hey, Tegan, remember how Digimon Adventure Tri came out in 2013? Isn't it wild that it's been 10 years or so since then, which means that we can tell time It is so wild, actually. So, a financial institution, TM, is completely unrelated to either of my degrees. Holy shit. Where are my no degree having besties at? Here I am. Ooh woo. I can't do the ooh woo face or it'll break the mining situation, but here I am. I have no degree. I have multiple degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, if that helps. I couldn't tell you what they are, but I know that I have them. I was so at my job. I got it from, I was able to get my job because I am friends with Ginger Vixen, who appears in chat frequently. And Ginger Vixen, who is my manager at this point, was explaining to someone that they trust me, which is really sweet. But also, Susie says, I have 3 degrees of separation from Mr. Bacon. So nepotism, got it. Well, no. Not really nepotism, more like they prefer to hire people they know they can trust before they hire like complete randos. So if there's anybody that they know in the pool, they're like, yeah, no, we'll give you a shot. Hey, never mind. That is in fact nepotism. Huh. I'm a nepo baby. Where's my money? Where's my damn money? But no. So they were explaining to someone like, oh yeah, no, I've known Gata for almost a decade now. So they're fine. And I was like, haha, no, you haven't. And they were like, yeah, I have. And I'm like, it hasn't been a decade. And they were like, Gata, yeah, it has. And I'm like, oh, I did the mental math and I was like, oh. Because for a decent, like the first like 3 or so years of knowing Ginger Vixen, I knew them as my wife's friend. It wasn't until they verbally said, yeah, Gata, you're my friend. And I was like, oh, we are friends. Oh, okay, cool. So like they count apparently before I count. And they're like, yeah, no, we've been friends for like almost 10 years. And I was like, fuck, holy shit. Susie says, I work with a guy whose brother went to a sport ball game with Kevin Bacon. Hot fucking damn. That would be cool. Hey, is now too late to establish that I don't actually know who Kevin Bacon is? I only know Kevin Bacon as the guy in 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like, I know the trope before I know the man. You get Kaiju and Ginger Vixen mixed up. That's fair. No, Kaiju, well, they both use they, them pronouns, so I can understand that. Ginger Vixen may as well be another sibling, frankly. Kaiju Fluffs? No. My sibling-in-law, Kaiju, my beautiful wife's twin, is a frequent side character in the Gata lore. They come up in conversation not terribly often these days. One you don't know yet. Yeah, no, we're going into deep lore. See, the thing is Blast Flight, and I mean this in a positive way. You have about 5 years of lore to catch. Hold on. Oh, is Kevin Bacon the guy in Footloose? Oh, that makes sense now. Okay, now I do know who Kevin Bacon is. However, is now an inappropriate time to mention that no, I have in fact not seen the entirety of Footloose. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember my 1980s media. Is Kevin Bacon also the guy in, what was it, Ghost? The sexy pottery movie? I've seen that. Was that Kevin Bacon or is that someone else? Oh, okay. Okay. In that case, I do know who Kevin Bacon is. I'm glad that everyone came together to help remind me that I no? Uh-oh. That is not Kevin Bacon? I'm going to make the executive decision that in the Gata lore, that was Kevin Bacon. I'm not going to explain how, but from now on, whenever we reference the movie Ghost, with the sexy pottery scene, I will state that I firmly believe that the main actor is Kevin Bacon. No, I think it was actually Kevin Bacon. I went to college with Markiplier, and I regularly see Matt Pat's mom. Tegan, I say this with love, but you have the unique opportunity to do the funniest thing. I know that you're asexual, but Tegan, I need you to fuck Matt Pat's mom. I just need you to do this for me, as a favor. You went to college with Rachel from Rachel and Jun. Yeah, you've mentioned that. You've mentioned that. Do it for me, Tegan. Please. Wine and dine his mother. Do it now. He's grown too powerful and needs to be taken down a peg. Why? You know why. You've come to my FNAF Cobblepods so often. Listen. If you knew Scott Cawthon's mom, I'd be asking you the same thing. Okay? But this is the closest we're going to get. Take one for the team, Tegan. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Tegan. It's fine. What if we just became good friends and I made Christmas cookies with her instead? Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. I'll take that. Just go watch Tremors, please. As a movie fan, I will pay you $5 whole dollars. Susie, I am not falling for that again. It's not happening. Oh, I misread. That wasn't Susie. That was Captain Comic Geek. Why did I think Susie said it? Why did I think Susie said it? Oh, I need more coffee. I need so much more coffee. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Well, this goes back to the center of the screen. I'm just gonna sit here. Why the fuck did I think Susie said that? It's purple on my end. Oh, you know what? I'm busy working, being a good little employee. Well, I will see myself. Gata is a fool confirmed. It's true. Okay. I'm drinking coffee. Ugh. Delicious. Delicious. Someone get me talking on a subject that is none of these. Let's not talk about Kevin Bacon, main actor of Ghost. Gata, what kind of coffee? Parrish? No! No, please. Please, no. I'm just a little guy. What kind of coffee do you like? I'm kind of a basic bitch. I don't like it too dark. I am a light roast kind of dude. See, it's the worst. Here's the worst thing, right? I'm a light roast, right? But I also put vanilla creamer in my coffee. So not only am I a light roast, I'm a basic bitch with it. I don't add any sugar. I just pour some vanilla creamer in there, stir it up, and I go. Sometimes, if I'm feeling spicy, I'll pop a small peppermint in there, but that's the extent of it. Kevin Bacon, who starred in Hollow Man, his Invisible Man horror movie. Tegan says, I'm so smart, my mind. You're a hot cocoa kind of gal. So, okay, two things for you, Kenny. First of all, I also have ADHD. So it also, air quotes, doesn't work on me, but I've become addicted to it because I began drinking at the age of 14. At 14 years old, I thought, I want people to perceive me as being adult and more mature. So I'm going to start drinking coffee. And because I have ADHD and I was not diagnosed, I drank a lot of coffee because it wasn't giving me the buzz that other people said it would, which means that I drank multiple cups a day in high school in order to be able to manage my schedule where I couldn't sleep but had to get up super early. I would drink an entire 2 liter of Mountain Dew every single day for 4 years of high school. My body now rebels. I cannot drink Mountain Dew because I apparently have stripped away the lining of my stomach. I don't have an ulcer, but it's a damn near thing. I just consumed so much caffeine as a teenager in order to just continue to subsist that now, even though it doesn't give me a high, my body will shut down without my cuppa, which is terrifying if I think about it too much. The fact that you're still with us is a blessing. I've never tried coffee, Mountain Dew, or any energy drink. I'm going to be honest with you. There's nothing inherently wrong with any of those things. The issue is when you use them to supplement. Like if you start drinking energy drinks because you're tired one day, as opposed to like just needing a boost, then your body will start expecting that chemical whenever you are tired, which is not good. Not good at all. I don't want to be one of those don't do drugs kids kinds of adults because no one ever listens to those. But unironically, as someone who started drinking coffee at 14, it's a mistake. Please indulge responsibly. I enjoy the occasional energy drink, but they are necessary when you work retail. So, okay, here's the thing, right? So I have ADHD, which means that I lack good object permanence. Now, I brew my coffee full pots at a time. I drink 1 cup and I put the other cup in a container to microwave the next day because chances are I will forget to brew a new cup of coffee until it is too late. That is also the problem now that I have a night job. Oh no, ads are in progress, alas. But it used to be that there were mornings where I'd wake up, I'd have 5 minutes to go to work, realize there was no coffee in the house because I hadn't brewed any, and just have to deal with it. Just have to fucking live my life in pain and suffering and grumpy. So I started brewing larger pots and saving the secondary half, right? For the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I would brew a whole pot of coffee, drink my cup, and then, of course, get distracted by multiple things. I would go back into the kitchen later to find an empty pot of coffee. And I wouldn't have any in the fridge. So I would stop and I would think to myself, did I microwave this morning's coffee? I must have, because there's no coffee in the pot, and I'm the only one in the house who drinks coffee. Huh, well, that's weird. Except, guys, it kept happening. It kept consistently happening. But not every day. It was frequent enough that I noticed it was a pattern, but it was infrequent enough that I could write it off as, wow, my memory must be bad. Because, okay, so when I have, this is going to feel a little dark, but I'm fine, everyone, don't worry. When I have depressive episodes, when my anxiety spikes, my memory, unironically, gets worse. Hello, Sam Knight. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome in. So my memory will noticeably get better or worse depending on my mental state as my short-term memory, as my mental state as it gets better or worse. So when I start noticing that my object permanence is getting worse, when I notice that I'm having a hard time recalling things that happened the last couple of days, it's like a litmus test, like, oh shit, something is wrong with me. psychologically. But I mean that in like a good way, where I'm like, oh, okay, I know that I'm having problems, therefore I need to start gauging what the issue is. Is my anxiety bad? Am I falling into a depressive episode? Like, what's the sitch? So like for like 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, why am I not having any memory of storing coffee in the fridge, but there is none in the kitchen when I go to take care of it? Am I not brewing enough? Is something wrong with the coffee maker? Am I drinking more than 1 cup and forgetting it? So I started keeping track. Speaking of, have you been taking your meds? I have. I have been taking my meds. There was a moment last week where I realized I forgot it 2 nights in a row. Yikes. But it's fine. I'm back on the pattern. I'm good. Thumbs up. So yeah, so I'm like losing my mind trying to figure out what the fuck is up with this coffee. I'm like quadruple checking that I have everything every time I leave the house, because if I'm forgetting my coffee, then I'm probably forgetting my keys. I'm probably forgetting my name badge. I'm probably forgetting my wallet. I'm going over my orders every time I make a single purchase. I have my bank up on my phone so I can keep track of every single purchase, because in the past I have forgotten that I bought a $60 book, and thinking I had more fun money, I bought another $60 book. Like, I have done that before, right? So I'm like being super careful and paranoid about my own memory. And then my roommate comes out of his room one morning when I'm off from work, and I watch him take the other half of the pot that I brewed and pour us himself a cup of coffee. And he makes himself a cup of coffee as I'm staring at him, and he turns and goes, "Hey, good morning," and then gestures to the coffee and says, "I'm trying to wean myself off energy drinks," and goes back into his room with the other half of the coffee. And like, that's absolutely fine. The coffee is for the house, but I'm the one who primarily drinks it. My beautiful wife will sometimes have a cup, but usually she'll ask me to make it for her. At no point did I ever consider that Seth could be the one drinking it. And the reason why it was infrequent was because he was only getting a cup when his caffeine need was like to a point where it was debilitating. And you never thought to ask anyone else if they were drinking? No, at no point. At no point did I think, well, I was like, well, Seth drinks energy drinks, so it can't be him. And my beautiful wife, like, she's not even home. Like, this was another Scooby-Doo mystery solved. Another ADHD mystery solved. Get in the hippie van, gang. We've done it. We've fucking done it. God damn. And I'm not like upset with him at all. I must stress, like, I lost it when I found out. When I realized, when I put 2 and 2 together, I just started cackling. I spent weeks fucking like gaslighting myself into believing that my mind was falling apart and that nothing that I did could be trusted, which is still true, but not to that degree. Jesus Christ. I really wonder what your face was like. Well, unfortunately, as this is the Cobblepod, I am unable to change expressions, so you're gonna have to imagine. But yeah. Yeah, that is still true. Kitty face emoji. Yeah, Tegan. Yeah. That'll be a tool that we use later. Oh god, it's going into the lore document, isn't it? Tegan has like a Wikipedia's worth of knowledge about the intricacies of my life, which she uses specifically as gotchas for later on when I am talking about other things. One of these days, she's going to get a Gotta Lore bingo. I don't know what she'll win, but she'll have gotten it. If you know who Kinger is, yes! I love Kinger. So, okay. Can we talk about the Amazing Digital Circus? There is just a single pilot, and it is already one of the best things on the internet. I love it so much. What are you doing on Minecraft today? We're mining Cobblestone. That is the entirety of what we are doing right now. What is the Amazing Digital Circus? The Amazing Digital Circus is a 3D animated short. I mean, it goes for like 30 minutes of a potential long-form episodic TV show done with 3D animation by Glitch Studios and Gooseworks. Gooseworks is an animator, artist, Tumblr user, and musician who has been on the internet for a long time. They're about my age, if not a smidge older, I think. I'm not sure. And they have been working with Glitchworks, which also is the studio that funds the Lackadaisy animation, the Hell of a Boss / whatever the other one is, animations, as well as another 3D animated series about androids in the post-apocalyptic world. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm told it's very, very good. Basically, it's an independent animation studio which funds a number of projects that are all very high quality and free to watch on YouTube. And The Amazing Digital Circus is the most recent pilot that has been released by this group, and it's very, very good. I want to watch Hell of a Boss, but my brain doesn't want to keep searching up on YouTube. I have issues with the creator of Hell of a Boss to the point where I do not want to support them, but I have nothing against like the animation studio they work through. So take that as you will. I have nothing against Lackadaisy's creator, nothing against Gooseworks themselves, but the creator of Hell of a Boss specifically, I don't want to support them. I will state that the independent animation of Hell of a Boss and Hotel whatever are very fucking good. In terms of like online independent animation, they are master classes. And I am glad that animation is seeing a renaissance on YouTube specifically, even if I don't want to give my money to one of the people who's responsible for making it more of a thing. So, you know, you do you. But no, The Amazing Digital Circus is essentially an isekai where a number of humans get trapped inside a 1990s they're trapped inside a computer game, which is styled after the early 1990s educational software that was made for children during the time when PCs first started becoming mainstream. So if you're old enough to remember when your school had a computer lab with educational programs on it, that is the vibe. Except they've been isekai'd and they're stuck inside this wacky, wild computer game with their AI ringmaster who doesn't fully understand how humans work, and there's no escape. There's literally no escape. How did Gooseworks describe it? They described it as, I have no mouth and I must scream, but more whimsical. There are jokes. It sounds interesting. Tegan, as a Digimon fan, unironically, I think you should give it a look. It's very, very well done. It's very well done. I'm not going to spoil anything else about it, but I have been sending it to a bunch of people being like, please look at this. The humor, so Digimon's thing, right? It's a shonen battle anime, but there's an undertone of a fridge horror, right? Well, as a Digimon fan, yeah. The horror is very much it's more obvious in Amazing Digital Circus, but it's very much, it's a horror comedy with the horror being primarily fridge, because if you think about it too long, yeah, it's fucking bonkers. But also, there's a guy named Kinger who is absolutely fucking bonkers. And I love him very much. I can't say anything more without having to just spoil the entire thing. It only has a single pilot episode right now. So, there's not much to it, but what's there is very, very good. Just mwah, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Yeah. Let's see how much we have vis-a-vis Cobblestone. Let's actually play Minecraft. Let's go heal our pickaxe real quick and then get back to the grind. No, I should probably. There we go. I should put the cobble pod on a hotkey so I can turn it on and off as we go. Oh, villagers! The person who plays Jax also plays Angel from Has Been Hotel. Okay, so who's the smiley sad boy? That is Gangle. And she, question mark, she, I believe, just has a lot of emotions at all times. And according to the creator, we'll see more of her eventually, but not yet. All right, keep giving me stuff. Gangle broke their comedy mask. Well, technically Jax broke their comedy mask, but, you know. I need to warn you, though, Tegan. The newest Tumblr sexy man is in this, and you will know him when you see him. You'll consider it. Okay, well, fair enough. Welcome back to the little boys' room, Sam Knight. I hope you had, well, a time? Question mark? I don't really know. I don't really know. Jax, we found the Zooble hole! My favorite is Kinger just saying, we're not very good at this. God damn. Anyway, I need to drop off a bunch of these apples into my compost bin, and then we'll go back to the cobble. Somebody ask me something about something. Anything. Go for it. Hit me. I mean, I'm getting that little blue and red Jester character all over, but I assume that was because I like the Tsukasa Dark Circus costume. No, you're getting it because she is not okay. And the algorithm was like, you like jesters? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. The algorithm has nothing to do with that. That's just, you happen to like it. Your boy got a jester costume the millisecond Amazing Digital Circus came out. It's only been like a month. And it's already like wildly popular. I am a big fan. You know that something is popular when within a week of it being released, there is crossover fan art on DeviantArt of the main character with Sonic the Hedgehog. That is how you know you've made it. When your thing it has fan art, which is a crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog, that's how you know you've made it. Oh, there's a crossover with Mage. Okay, well, I don't know things. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, shit. Right. Forgot. There we go. Ugh. You guys want to hear about the thing that Meatloaf did today? So, in order to make sure that my boys all get their food and they don't fight over it, I have to physically separate all three of them. Choopy has to go into the main bedroom, Meatloaf has to go into the guest bedroom, and Brisket's allowed in the main room because he eats the fastest, and then I can let the other two out whenever they're done. So, we bought a baby gate. A metal baby gate, and we put it in front of the door to the guest bedroom. The plan is to buy multiple baby gates for every major doorway in the house. It's one of those where you like have like a door within the baby gate so you can swing it open and walk through without having to step over it. But the point is that Choopy and Rutabaga cannot get into rooms they're not allowed in, which is good because Choopy likes eating kitty cat snacks out of the litter box, And Rutabaga likes hopping in the litter box as well and kicking the sand and showering the cat poop all over the floor. So, specifically to keep them out of the cat shit, we are going to begin cordoning off parts of the house into cat territory, dog, and rabbit territory. I bought a single one as a test subject to make sure that Choopy couldn't knock it down, but also to give the cats time to figure out how to traverse it so they can get to and from the litter box. All right? I put this thing up, and I picked up Meatloaf, and I put Meatloaf in the room and closed the door. And when he was done eating, I opened the door and walked away, thinking, he is a cat. He has jumped from the floor to the top of my cabinets once. He is capable of jumping over things. He will figure it out, and it'll be great. Chat, my son sat there and cried. He sat there and yowled in front of... I must stress, this is not like a solid object. There are metal bars. They are spaced wide enough that he could fit through if he wanted to, but also it's not that high a baby gate. He said, well, there is an object in my way. I cannot leave this room. So I had to go and I had to free him. So I'm like, okay, well, it's only the first time. He'll figure it out. So the next time I go to feed him, I say, hey, Meatloaf, look, there's food on the other side of this baby gate. And then I picked him up and I put him on top of the gate and he jumped down to get to the food. I'm like, there he goes. Now he knows that he can get up on the gate, and then from on top of the gate, he can get down onto the other side. No, he is very stupid. He is very, very stupid. He did not understand. Once again, meow, meow, meow. So I go and I freed him. The next day, I like, okay, you gotta get it this time, bud. You gotta get it this time, bud. So I put him over the gates and I close the door and I'm like, I'm just gonna leave him there. He has water, he has a litter box, he just ate, so it's not gonna kill him to be, air quotes, trapped in this room until he figures it out. He's gonna get desperate eventually. Or he's gonna be an idiot, forget that he thinks he's trapped, and just hop over the gate to get to something else. Right? I'm gonna open a pantry and he's going to shift into musket food mode and just mindlessly hop over the damn thing. So I'm doing stuff in the rest of the house, and Meatloaf shows up. And I go, oh, Meatloaf, my boy, you figured it out. You figured out how to hop over the gate. I'm so proud of you. So I pick him up. He goes, uppies, Dad, uppies. I put his paws on my shoulder. I hold him. I scratch him. He's like, oh, yes, I'm getting so much love. And I'm like, okay, I want to see you do it. I want to see you do it. So I put him on the other side of the gate. And he sits there, and he stares at the gate, and he stares at me. And I stare at him with the dawning realization that, oh...
Don't worry, Papa. I'll answer the phone.
I was
You
at the
focus on
punchline!
whatever it is you're doing.
I was at the punchline,
Good
Edbert!
evening. You've reached
Tell him to
Edward.
call back!
Is my refrigerator running?
Oh my god.
Sir, I am a chicken. No, sir, you're the one who prank called me.
Henbert, please. You could have put it on silent or taken it in the next room. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Meatloaf meows at me, Father, free me. And I say no. He meows again, Father, free me. And I say no. And finally, he walks up to the gate, shoves his little head through the bars, then his shoulder, then he gets to his hips, and his hips get stuck. And he meows at me, Father, save me. And I, with my head in my hands at this point, am like, why is my son so stupid? So I watch my son ineffectively wiggle his hips to try to get free. Eventually, he does pop himself free through these bars, which I'm assuming is how he did it the first time. And yeah, so I don't fully know what the next plan is. Because we cannot lock all of the litter boxes behind what is clearly an impenetrable object. He'll just start shitting in the kitchen. But we also can't have the dog continue to eat cat shit. So what do, you know? I love my son so much. He's so fucking stupid. This morning, I went to release him, right? Mind you, the door to this guest bedroom opens inward, okay? So I'm like, okay, he's had enough time to eat. So I go over and I wiggle the handle. Because normally, that's what makes Meatloaf run to get into position because he doesn't open the door. So I turn the handle and I slowly push the door. And there's no Meatloaf. I'm like, huh? So I push the door a little bit further. Still no Meatloaf. Slowly, I do mean slowly. I slowly push the door open until it almost is completely gonna hit the opposite wall. And then the door goes clunk. And my son, who watched the door slowly approach him for a solid 10 seconds and made no effort to move out of the way, went pow. And then he walked out from behind the door and left and exited the room. How do cats live? They're so dumb. They're so stupid. They're so fucking stupid. And I love them so much. The furry little bastards. I mentioned this earlier, but Meatloaf has learned to ask for uppies. He will stand on his hind legs when he's on a surface and reach his paws out to grab at me. And when he does, I'll walk over and he'll haul himself up onto my shoulder. Sometimes he'll just lay in the crook of my neck and just purr and like rub his cheek against mine consistently. Sometimes he'll drape himself across my shoulders and I'll walk around wearing him like a boa. But he's like, oh, I can get cuddles even when my father is walking around. I just have to ask. I'm like, yes, my boy. I love you so much. He is such a stupid fucking cat. Such a stupid cat. Rutabaga, you're literally fine. She is throwing her bowl around. She is displeased. She had lots of time to run around and play yesterday because Choopy went to the vet. So we weren't trying to balance bunny time with doggy time as we usually do. But today, I started streaming. So she did not get time to run around this morning, and she's mad about it. How dare you? How dare you keep me locked up, father? We need to get her a bunny run so that we can have her and Choopy out at the same time. She needs more space to like exist than just inside of her cage, but we can't have her out while Choopy's out. Rutabaga wants freedom! She literally does rattle her dishes against the bars of her confinement. She literally does, like she's jailed for crimes. Which is partly true, but also because she is a prey animal. Poor Choopy. Choopy is, well, I don't want to alarm anyone because Choopy is perfectly fine, except he's been losing weight noticeably and we can't figure out why. We've taken him in for blood tests, fecal tests, various testing of his organs, x-rays. He doesn't have a tumor. He doesn't have diabetes, and he doesn't have any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have worms. Parasite, that's what I was looking for. He doesn't have any parasites. So we've ruled out the obvious reasons for why he is losing weight consistently. Old dog syndrome. How young? He's an old man. We estimate he's like 9 or 10, which is not ancient for a dog of his size, but like it's getting there. We exclusively adopt senior dogs, primarily senior dachshunds. Choopy is the largest dog we've owned, and he's like barely beagle sized. A borderline grandpa. Yeah, very much so. But he has all of his energy, and he is like still up. He still hops around. He still runs around. There's no like, the only physical sign that he is losing weight is that we can see he's getting skinnier, and we're starting to see some of his ribs. But he was already kind of an old, derelict man. He's a year older than Nico. Well, yeah, but like cats and dogs have different ages, so... that's a baby. Simmer. No. No, 10 or 11 is about old age for like a large dog. I would expect if Choopy were in perfect health right now, he might make it to 13. But with this weight loss thing, we're kind of concerned. Cats can make it to 15, 18 easy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So he's perfectly fine. He acts like nothing is wrong. Baby old man dog. That is true. That is very true. So we're doing tests and stuff, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on with Choopy? Because if his body is, for whatever reason, not containing the nutrients in the food, then it's going to lead to larger health issues. So I had a lab that lived to 16 but had cancer. She was such a happy, loving doggo. Aw, amazing. I love dogs. They're so good. They're so good. But no, we exclusively adopt senior animals. Explicitly because with my wife working in vet care, she has various, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, more coffee. Discounts. She has various discounts that makes it more affordable to give these animals their end-of-life care, whereas most homes aren't able to afford it because healthcare, for animals specifically, is fucking wild. Fucking wild. I hate it. Hate every minute of it. So, we have had a senior discount. I mean, not quite, but yes. Not exactly, but yes. So we mostly adopt senior dachshunds. We care for them for a couple of years, and then we gently guide them off towards the Rainbow Bridge. It's sad. It never stops hurting when we say goodbye, especially because of how little time we have with them. But they're all good dogs, and they deserve to be happy in whatever time they have left. Happy and cared for. Choopy, specifically. Yeah, I know. We actually have so my wife is witchy. She has some new age spiritualism, that stuff that she does. She likes stones, she likes tarot, and she has a reverence for the dead. So we have the urns of all of our babies, every last one of them, on like an altar with candles and whatnot, and pictures of them, so that they're with us always. And I joke that if I go first, that's where my urn is going. It's right next to all of our dogs. And my wife, who did not realize I was joking, said, yeah. And I, who realized my wife was not joking, went, oh. So I guess I know where my final resting place will be. Right next to all of the fur babies. But no, my wife has told me that I'm not allowed to die first. She has to go first, so that'll probably never happen. Alas. Welp, yeah, right? Oh, man. But no, actually, I'm looking at the altar right now. It's on top of our bookshelf. We have all of our dogs. There's Rhett, there's Wrigley, there's Macaroon, there's Meringue, there is... Oh, what was his name? The zombie dog. How did I forget his name? We only had him for like a month tops. Zero? No. Oh, my wife will shoot me for not remembering his name. So we had Rhett Mutler, who died suddenly, unfortunately. We had Macaroon and Meringue. What did we name it? What was the name of this? Okay, hold on a minute. And then I'll tell you the story of this zombie dog. It's gross, but it's great. I knew it was a single syllable, and I'm like, we've never had a dog named Zeke. Why is my brain saying Zeke? When Alex and I are having a ridiculous air quotes fight, we'll sometimes end it like, you know what? Shuffles off the mortal coil before you. That's terrible, and I hate it. How could you? How could you, Tegan? Okay, so Abe was a rescue that we were made privy to. Because his existing foster parents went through a vet who had a nurse who was the sister of my wife's coworker, something like that. It was like a game of telephone, and they were like, hey, beautiful wife likes dogs that are basically roadkill, right? Well, this one's basically roadkill, and they really can't afford to give him the help that he needs. Okay, but imagine it with a little penguin waddle out of the room. Oh, okay. That's funnier. That's funnier. I like that. Today is family... Hold on. I'm pausing my story for this. Today is family picture day at my school, where you and friends dress up like you're going to do a family photo, and 9 people are wearing the Josh Whistle baby meme. So... I am old as hell because I remember thinking, oh, the Weezer jump scare is just Rickrolling again. They've reinvented Rickrolling. And then in the same calendar year, they reinvented getting Weezered, and now it's the Joss Whistle baby meme. I'm so fucking old. The memes are evolving so fast from my perspective that I can't even keep track of them. The what? Do you not? If I were a good streamer, I could have done the funniest thing right now. If I were a good streamer and I kept up with my memes, I would have a hotkey that would blast you with Josh's face. But I'm not, so I don't. God, though, I wish. I don't know the Josh Whistle baby. Spend any amount of time on TikTok, you'll find it. Or rather, it will find you. Anyway. Oh, right, Abe. You don't TikTok. There you go. That explains it. So Abe. Abe. He showed up, and he stunk to high heaven. The first thing we did was give him a bath. He was a happy little boy. He was all black. He had floppy ears. He was short-haired. He had a waggly tail. Both of his eyes went off in different directions. One clearly wasn't seeing anything. His teethers were a mess. He constantly licked his lips. And he just stunk. Just stunk to high heaven. So we gave him a bath, and he still stunk. They took him to work and gave him another bath, and he still stunk. This was a rancid, stinky boy. He had this weird growth on his lip, on the side of his face, and we're like, maybe that's what it is. Stinky boy. Well, they took him in for a dental, and in order to get to the teeth, they have to manipulate the lips while the dog is out cold. And they did. And they realized that once they cleared away the gunk, the thing on the side of his face was the opposite of a growth. He had a hole going through the side of his mouth, like you could see through it. And the flesh inside of that area was basically gone. The growth was the body trying to heal over the wound and being unable to do so successfully. He also had a number of other issues in his body that involved deteriorating flesh. So despite him acting like a completely fine dog, he was excited. He was able to move around. He slept like the dead, which worried us every time he took a nap. But he didn't realize anything was wrong. The doctors were like, this dog should be in immense pain. This dog should be on death's door. This dog smells bad because he is basically half a cadaver. But he's not dead yet, and he's not in any visual pain. He's just muscling through it, I guess. So he lived with us for another month, but then eventually I think it was his kidney started to go, and we were like, at this point, it's better to let him go while he's still happy and mostly healthy than to let him go through like kidney failure. Of all things to take him out, it was the one thing that wasn't actively rotting. So we didn't have him for very long. He was a very smelly boy. So that was Abe the zombie dog. Bless his poor heart. Ryu Kenny. Whoops! Shit! I moved the mouse to let Automod through and forgot that I was doing anything else. I look at chat, I'm like, oh, I have to. All right, well, I gotta find a new piece of glass to fill that in. Oops, lol. Yeah, very much that. I forgot that I was playing Minecraft. I just got so used to just talking to you guys in chat that I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing anything else important. Nothing else is going on right now. That good. Here, let's do one of these. Oops. Oops. There we go. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. Ryu Kenny says, my little dog had to get all her teeth pulled, so she has 5 teeth left now due to all of her teeth rotting, and her pound she was in gave her hard food. Aw, baby. Hello, Circuit. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. So the first dog that my wife and I had together was in fact her childhood dog. He was a black dachshund named Wrigley, and he was mean as shit. He wasn't treated very well by the adults in Beautiful Wife's life, but then again, neither was Beautiful Wife. So they had that in common. After Beautiful Wife moved out and moved into a place with me and their sibling Kaiju, we all shared a place together when I first came down to Florida. There was no one left to like really care for Wrigley, and eventually the parents complained enough about the dog needing to do dog things like pee outside that we were like, okay, we're not supposed to, but we'll take the dog. And at first, Wrigley fucking hated me. I was a stranger and I was existing around his girls. How dare this individual do that? I remember Wrigley watched. Yeah, Susie's been here from the beginning. You remember when Wrigley used to show up during streams? Well, when Jessica got the job at the vet, we finally had the discount so we could afford to like give him a once over. And once we did, the vet was like, hey, your dog's teeth are fucking rotting out of his mouth. Like, he's not a mean dog because he was raised badly. He's a mean dog because he's been consistently in pain for possibly years now. So immediately we're like, oh my God, yes, anything you need to do. So the vet said, we have to take all of his teeth. So... Congratulations! You have no twofers. So, Beautiful Wife took Wrigley to work, and he's a growly and a snappy dog, and he hates me, and he wants nothing to do with me, and he's an angry boy. So he leaves for the day and comes back. And my beautiful wife gets out of the vehicle and puts him on the ground. Have you ever seen that gif of the kid doing like the sad walk and there's like Snoopy in the background? Imagine that, but a dachshund is doing that walk. He ploddingly trotted himself directly through the front door, didn't even stop to register anything else, went straight for his bed and flomped down in the most dramatic fashion and went to sleep. Because they took his teethers and they put him on the good meds, and he was out like a light. It was the funniest fucking thing I've seen in my entire life. God, do I miss that dog. He got significantly better once he was no longer in pain. But eventually we did have to say goodbye to him, which was very sad, which is what got us started on our path of adopting senior dachshunds. And the first thing we do, we take him to the vet. We ask the vet, what's their teeth look like? And 9 times out of 10, they gotta pull something. Surprisingly, Choopy only needed 1 tooth pulled. So he has almost all of his toothers, which is honestly surprising 5 me. But no, so Choopy, when we were first informed that Choopy, so we actually went to get a different dog. He won the tooth lotto. He did. He really did. Somehow. Choopy, we went to the pound to adopt a different dog that had found a home that morning. And my wife, who was really excited about getting a dog, was like, oh, please, God, can't we just look? And that's beautiful wife speak for, I'm getting a dog no matter what you say. I will take whatever dog they give me. And I, the loving husband, went, of course, honey, having already, accepted my fate that we were getting another dog one way or another. So we go looking, and we see Choopy. And Choopy is just kind of there by himself. He yips at us a little bit. He's an old man. He has eyebrows. And my wife is obviously smitten. And I'm like, I don't know about this. This is a bit larger than most of the dogs that we get. But, it's for beautiful wife. So we'll see how this goes. Let's see. Get some emeralds from you. Thank you. So we ask if we can meet Choopy. And they say, absolutely. Let's see here. Here we are. Get a bunch of arrows of invincibility from you. We have 24 more Emerdudes. Can I buy anything of use? I could probably get some more arrows for later. Yeah, let's do that. Get a bunch of emeralds for later. So they bring Choopy in. And Choopy's not terribly interested in us. And they start listing off all the things that are wrong with Choopy. They haven't had him very long, but the previous people who adopted him and then brought him back said that he was violent, he was food aggressive, he was not good to have with other pets, he attacked a small child, and a whole bunch of other things. And I'm looking at this dog, and he's just kind of sitting there staring off into dead...
Woohoo! Minecraft!
Woohoo! Minecraft! It's true. It's true. So they're listing off the kid deserved it. No, we're not doing that. We're not saying that. But I literally look at my wife and I go, I think we need to talk about this. And I told her straight up, and I'm like, honey, I know that you are dead set on getting this dog. You've set your heart on this, but I need to stress, we have other animals. We have a rabbit. I do not think bringing an animal that has this many needs into our home is good for anyone, especially Choopy. And my wife, who is emotionally attached to this dog, of course, cries because she understands that what I'm saying is logical, but she can't bring herself to say this dog doesn't deserve a home with us. And so she says, if we don't give him a chance, who will? And I went, shit. Fuck. Okay. But if anything goes wrong, we're going to have to return him. We have to take our existing animals' needs into account first. It's not fair to our other pets to bring this creature into the home and then make them make space for him. And she's like, I understand. So we get the dog. I'm not surprised we got the dog. We got the dog. We bring him home. And we realize very quickly the only reason that all of those things happened was because the previous owners have no idea how dog body language work. Like, when Choopy feels that his food is threatened, he is very communicative. Like, he tells you when he has to use the restroom. He gives you warnings long before he even starts to, actually bare his teeth at you. Like, he is a very communicative dog. Yeah, he has issues where he thinks you're going to steal his food from him, but he's blind and previously lived in a home with a Great Dane who probably pushed him out of the way for food consistently. So now he views any animal coming towards his food dish as a threat. He resource guards because he was found as a stray. The guy lived on the streets. He's perfectly fine. He's literally perfectly fine. He just barks a whole bunch at you if you get towards get at his food. So he ended up being a perfectly fine addition to the family. And the best part is he can't see shit. He can't see shit. So the cats know to avoid him by staying outside of his range of vision. Hold on. My beautiful wife has messaged me, but I can wait a moment before responding to that. Oh, good lord. All right, it is 11:45 a.m. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to switch from the Cobblepod over to actually building up the cube. Thank you all very much for your patience. I appreciate you all hanging around. And, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? There's one thing I need to do on my phone right now. I need to pull up tumblr.com, check my activity, and see if PNG Boomer has responded to me. Okay? PNG Boomer responded. Tumblr, yes. PNG Boomer responded to one of my posts saying, and I quote, "I was describing your TTRPG channel in your Discord as," a quote within a quote, "watching someone set off a bomb and run." End quote, end quote. Watching someone set off a bomb and run. Hootin' and hollering stops. They have not responded, and I am about to track them down to be like, who the fuck were you talking about my TTRPG channel in my public Discord about? Why? What does that, what do you mean? Who was in this conversation? How did it come up? Am I that notorious? Boomer isn't wrong though. No, I mean they're not wrong. Did I say they were wrong? No. I just want, I'm poking my finger into the palm of my hand. I just want answers. Answers. Right now. Right here. Give them to me. I cannot believe this. Oh, speaking of which, did you guys know that I rejoined Twitter? Because I rejoined Twitter, it was probably the worst idea I've had in a very long time. Now, don't get me wrong. I rejoined it for a reason. And that reason has, in fact, been panning out. Why did I rejoin Twitter? Because everyone is still fucking there. Hold on. I have a thing for this. Is it this one? Everyone is still fucking there! Everyone! Literally everyone is there! I posted a single hot take on Blue Sky. Do you want to know how many engagements it got? 7! 7 posts on 7 on a Blue Sky post. Okay? Okay. All right? 7. That's the wrong button. This is it. 7 on a fucking Blue Sky post. Okay? I posted the same thing on Twitter. It got 3,000 looks. 300. Actually, it's 4,000 now. It has 4,000 views, over 300 likes, retweets, comments. Everyone is still fucking there. And when I'm trying to be a guy who does things like this for a living, where people come and listen to me talk, I have to physically be where people are. And it makes me so upset. Why? Everyone, please just fucking leave. So I fucking go to Twitter, right? And the first thing that happens is I have all of this discourse beamed directly into my eyeballs. I am made aware of so many arguments, and none of them are worth a damn. None of the arguments are anything that I should actually be worried about personally. They just exist, and I am made aware of them. And let me tell you something, okay? My TTRPG Twitter, my TTRPG channel on Discord, rather, man, I still don't see arguments on Twitter. Well, honestly, you're not a TTRPG designer. Well, that sounds diminutive when I say it like that. You are not in a position where you need to be where all the drama is. You just follow artists and hear about me subtweeting people, and that's the extent of it. I, on the other hand, follow a bunch of designers, all of whom have been doused in the Twitter engagement cesspool for the last 3 years. I wouldn't want to be where the drama is either way, lol. Yeah, no. See, here's the thing, right? Sometimes there are very good reasons to know things about what's happening in the Twitter space. That's how you find out that some people who are employed at Wizards are accused rapists, right? That's how you find out that someone who claims to be an ally for marginalized groups is in fact a major plagiarist, right? There's some level of needing to be informed so you don't make mistakes, because it is a pseudo-professional space, and you do not want to be the person who accidentally gives support to someone who is a known shithead in circles that are not your own. Because then that sucks. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But then, because of how Twitter is formulated, when you get a vibe of someone that rubs you wrong, like okay, in the real world, sometimes people will rub me the wrong way, but they've done nothing to me personally. So I still want to work with them. You know, I'll still work with them. I'll still exist with them. They are a human being who deserves respect. But then you find out, oh wait, those jokes they made were actually racist on a level that you just weren't aware of to catch. And then everything kind of clicks into place. When that happens, it is upsetting, but also ridiculously affirming that your little, like, bad person sensor was correct. Even if you couldn't put words to it, you registered something was wrong. When this happens on Twitter, and this whole conversation is starting to sound like a diatribe on cancel culture, which I guess it could be considered that in a way, but it's more like there is a massive rush of dopamine when you are proven correct about a person because they did in fact participate in behavior that is unacceptable. You get a rush from that. That is just a psychological phenomenon. Except Twitter absolutely weaponizes it. It is the worst place to be to receive that rush. At least on Tumblr, it's a long-form conversation between multiple people with paragraphs upon paragraphs, as opposed to like a handful of words to get all of their thoughts into a single zinger. It's the worst space for it. Because having gone cold turkey, and I have posted about this, having gone cold turkey on Twitter for about 5 months, and then coming back like 2 days before a significantly large scandal within a specific space that I take part in, it's like it's the opposite of boiling a frog, right? Like, I did not realize that I was the frog being boiled until I left the pot, returned to room temperature, and then jumped back in because I was used to being in the pot. It's so bad. It is just ridiculously bad. And yeah. I hate Twitter. But also, if you, it's bad. If you've been following what I've been posting about at all in my Discord, okay, so I guess for the VOD, I should give context. Game designer Nura Rose, who has been known for a significant amount of time to be an aggressive individual in TTRPG spaces, specifically in TTRPG spaces of the OSR. She is rather. I probably shouldn't use they when I know her pronouns. She is a vocal supporter of OSR design. And is very, very loud about it, which is the nicest way that I can put it. The less nice way that I can put it is that on Twitter over the last 3 years, she has made a lot of enemies. Not so much because people see what she says and decide they don't want to hear anything from her anymore, but because she personally declares herself specific people's enemies. If you've ever heard anyone derisively say the phrase story games as though it's a slur, that's the kind of vibe you can get from Nora's game design posting. She's not wrong in a lot of the posts that she makes. I've read a number of her blogs where I'm like, oh yeah, this tracks. I wouldn't have said it so infuriatingly, incendiarily. That's not even a word, but you know, very much she's right, but she shouldn't say it kind of vibes. So Nora is also a game designer who has published and runs a distributor called Monkey's Paw Games. One of the games that she wrote, which was kickstarted to the tune of $17,000, by the way, was a game called Unconquered, which was heavily touted as being one of the very first Kickstarters in the OSR space made by a trans person of color, which is a big deal because this is an umbrella statement here, but OSR spaces tend to be a lot of the hardcore neckbeard grognards who are upset that 5e is too woke, right? The irony of the name, very ironic, very ironic. Yeah, no, there absolutely needs to be more trans voices in design spaces that primarily cater to the air quotes middle-aged white men who don't see a big deal in all of this goblins and orcs being color-coded as people of color. They don't see an issue with killing minorities as long as those minorities are evil and ugly enough. Which gets me, oh yeah, Monkey's Paw. Yeah, that's the zinger everyone's doing. I wasn't gonna say it. So Monkey's Paw and Nura have done a lot to raise awareness and shine light on designers of marginalized identities within the spaces where they are kind of ostracized for being too woke for that space, which is good, which is an unmitigated good. However, in the last couple of days, it has come out that another blogger named Marcia, Travers Fantasy, did some research on Unconquered and had a comparison between it and a couple of other products that came out in those similar design spaces in the years leading up to Unconquered's Kickstarter, finding that large swaths of those texts were allegedly plagiarized. Now, unfortunately, if you read the actual blog, Marcia starts off by showing off the weak sauce, which is never how... Okay, you know what? If Ryu Kenny is still here, never start an essay with your weakest argument. You always start with your best foot forward, follow it with your weakest, and then end it on a middling ground that allows you to still, establish what it is you're trying to prove. This is me being a teacher now. Apparently, kids aren't taught how to write essays because people will read your first defense of your argument, whether it is argumentative or not, your thesis, as you will, and from that they will extrapolate whether or not the rest of the article is worth reading. If the first thing you say is weak sauce, they'll assume that everything else you say is also weak sauce, unless you have, a smoking gun at the very end. In which case, you want to make sure your first statement, your first defense, your first evidence towards whatever it is you're trying to say in your essay is strong enough to keep people reading, at which point putting the smoking gun at the very end can be very cathartic. It's what a whole bunch of YouTube SES will do. Actually, H Bomber Guy does this very well, where if you watch the 4-hour video on plagiarism, James Somerton, the video could have been on James Somerton alone, because of how smoking gun all of the stuff from him is, but instead he works us up to James Somerton by having heavy evidence for the individuals, but also by slowly increasing the audacity of the plagiarism until we reach James, at which point, like, we've seen how bad it gets, but it just keeps getting worse. Anyway, so in the blog post, which if you are at all interested, I heavily suggest you read, just so you know what you're talking about, because there's a lot of people on the internet who are like suggesting things that's like, no, like read the blog post, please read it. They start off by showing off how a number of roll tables have placement and similar entries, and this is a weak sauce argument, because the tables are for things like, what are the effects of these drugs you took? And they include, H Bomber Guy does an amazing job showing the flow and how your support shows the strength of your arguments. H Bomber Guy is a fantastic video essayist. Just an amazing job. Just holy shit. Love his work at all times. I'm not going to have this segue into my opinion of modern YouTube essays. I'm not going to have this segue. We're not doing it. I'm already talking about one thing. Anyway, the smoking gun arguments get further down when instead of just entries on a single roll table are similar but not identical to the other work, which is called The Ultraviolet Grasslands, by the way, which I now have to buy a copy of Ultraviolet Grasslands because it turns out it's the shit. They include entire swaths of prose to the point where the opening paragraph is basically taken from Ultraviolet Grasslands, but in a way that makes no sense for how the book is organized. In Ultraviolet Grasslands, the setting is the primary focus of the book. However, there are mechanics for if you do not want to tack the setting onto an existing game system. UVG is fantastic, and this makes me want a hard copy. I'm glad. I'm very happy. I'm happy that it is good and that it gets attention. The game was released in 2021, so I wasn't even on hard copy books just yet. I was still working off of free itch.io downloads. I was still figuring out what I liked from games, and I hadn't invested in physical books just yet. The first physical book that I bought was Riley Hopkins' Interstitial, which I bought within a week of Riley Hopkins posting on Twitter that he thought he was going to make a second edition. And I was like, God damn it. Thankfully, a 2E, well, not really thankfully, but for my wallet's sake, a 2E has not yet shown up, so my purchase was still valid. But like, Jesus, I was like, God damn it. God fucking damn it. Yeah, but Unconquered, however, is meant to be its own unique system. So despite the opening being organized for if you want to see mechanics go here, the whole thing was oddly reworded to make it sound as though turning the page was a massive endeavor. It was the very next page and didn't need introduction unless you just yoinked the opening wholesale and didn't change it enough to match the new format of the book that you're actually writing. It's a lot of stuff like that, where it's like out of context. Well, in the context of Unconquered, some of the passages are weird. Whereas in the context of Ultraviolet Grasslands, it makes sense why they were written that way, and allegedly, Nora just copy and pasted. What really bothers me, and this goes back to the H Bomber Guy video, specifically when it comes to talking about James Somerton, spoilers for the H Bomber Guy video, I guess, where he talks about how, for some plagiarists, there is an element of not believing the work that you are plagiarizing is worthy of acknowledgement or praise, that somehow it being lesser than your work means that it is morally okay to take from it. And I wish, I do not know, the parallels between what H Bomber Guy exhibited with James Somerton and what we are seeing in the blog post with Nora Rose and Marcia is very much, I shit you not, months No, not months. The year, I'm trying to get my dates right because I'm making claims here and realizing that I've forgotten the exact numbers. Nora Rose reviewed the original and second editions of Ultraviolet Grasslands on her blog before making Unconquered. And in that review, she claimed that she didn't like it very much as a whole product, but that it would be a great game to cut and paste apart in your own GM binder for other experiences. I don't think I need to say out loud the parallel there. You hadn't seen the review. It is actually, there's the first quote that you see in Marcia's blog about the plagiarism directly links to, I mean, if the blog is still up at this point, because Monkey's Paw is being nuked off the internet, it links to the review of Ultraviolet Grasslands, wherein Nora directly states what they think the product is worth. And in a vacuum, there's nothing wrong with that. Had Unconquered just been a series of GM notes for private use, or had Unconquered included any amount of credit for the portions they took from Ultraviolet Grasslands, in the spirit of OSR cut and paste design where everyone kind of builds off everyone else's work, there wouldn't be a blog about the plagiarism. But she didn't do that. And I would assume, based on the evidence that I have, that it was because she may not have viewed Ultraviolet Grasslands of being a product worth giving that credit to. So, yeah, that's the context for all of the drama shit that I'm talking about now for any of those who watch the VOD. It is a fucking wild time. I log on Twitter the day before this drops and have it blasted directly into my eyeballs. People are having hot takes. People are having opinions. People are sharing information they may or not have acquired from the actual people involved. It's a fucking wild time. And I posted a single tweet, not even calling anyone by name. Just expressing my opinion on the matter. And it got 4,000 people to look at it. The dopamine rush I got from having conclusive evidence that a person I kind of didn't like may have done a professional no-no was intoxicating. And frankly, incredibly unhealthy. Stupidly unhealthy. Thankfully, having spent my time on Blue Sky and Tumblr, I have reverted back to I looked at H Bomber Guy's Twitter, and that guy is just controversial all over. H Bomber Guy? H Bomber Guy is controversial? The only real stuff that I've seen about H Bomber Guy specifically is with Internet Historian, a bunch of alt-right trolls are trying to find out ways to cancel him because he dared say something bad about their beloved Internet Historian. Definitely watch the 4-hour video. It's very good. But no, I ended up blocking and muting a whole bunch of people on Twitter, which is not something I would do previously. I spent the last 3 years being like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't judge people by their hot takes. Maybe I should listen to other points of view. And all that did was allow me to be front row seat to a bunch of screaming matches. No. At this point, no. I'm sorry. I don't make enough money in the TTRPG space to actually, like, keep a tally of all the people who have wronged me. I'm good with that. Thank you. I'm good with that, thank you. I'm all set. I definitely think it's important to cultivate your online spaces. Agreed. Very much agreed. Oof. Are we gonna have to go look through H Bomber Guy's Twitter now? I blocked someone on Tumblr the other day for blazing a post with pictures of their feet. Good. Put those tootsies back where they belong. Put those grippers away. Put those grippers away. Yeah, life's too short. Unfortunately, I have made this decision on the cusp of being included in 2 potential print products in the TTRPG space. So I may have shot myself in the foot a little vis-a-vis professional connections, but oh well. C'est la vie. It's a bit too soon to announce this, but I am going to be a stretch goal writer on a Kickstarter sometime in February. I have been pinged by Tidal Wave Games to be a guest writer. If they meet a certain stretch goal, I will be writing an original adventure to include in their newest print product, which is very exciting. I also backed an interesting, very, very, very interesting project that is on Kickstarter right now called Our Fantasy Town. It's going to be a setting guide for a physical location, and everyone who supports it gets to be a guest writer. So like the basic support is like $22, which is not much in the grand scheme of things. For $22, you will receive about, I think it was like 150 to 300 words of a single floor of a single building within this town. And what they're going to do is they're going to collate all of the writing from all of the individuals, and they're going to make it. You're going to write it ahead of time, right, Gata? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to write it ahead of time. Well, okay. So the Our Fantasy Town thing, I'm going right ahead of time because even if the project doesn't really come through, I can still release it in its own sense. I'm probably not going to actually do more than an outline for approval for the Kickstarter until it is verified that I am actually going to get paid for that work. Not because I don't think I'm going to get paid. Like, I'm pretty sure that Tidal Wave would give me money for the work I had done, but I want to make sure the product is actually going to make it to print, that I'm actually going to be unlocked by the stretch goals before I put any serious work in, because I don't want Tidal Wave to be out of money just because they didn't reach my stretch goal, you know? And it's not really a product that I could release on my own in a way that would make it worth Tidal Wave's time. Like, it really is. I'm going to stop talking about it right now. But anyway, so they're going to collate the writing from multiple people, and then they're going to then use like the percentage of the product and then split the revenue amongst the creators, which is an interesting idea. Obviously, like I will also get a copy of the book. So I've bought a copy of the book ahead of time. So even if I just get back like a portion of what I spent on the book because I'm in the book, like that's not a bad idea. It's a very interesting new way of organizing royalties, and I want to see how it pans out. So I'm like, fuck it, we ball. I'll get in on this. The biggest downside, which is something that I have like braced myself for, is because there is no way to know who the writers are ahead of time. Like you can't see who all has kickstarted it. There could be someone in there who I ideologically or professionally want nothing to do with. And I've braced myself for that. I do know that there have been other instances on Kickstarter specifically where people have not been told who else is on the project, and some real bad actors have been snuck in. So I'm like bracing myself for that. But also, it's not like it's an experimental new structure, and I'm not going to hold it against the organizers for not being able to vet potentially 100 different writers on this pseudo-automated process. So we'll see how that pans out. I absolutely am going to write up the Creeper Barrel, obviously with like the Minecraft labeling scribbled off, where it is a farming-themed general store run by Farmer Gata and a suspiciously intelligent black sheep. Yes, if they give me permission to add 3 NPCs, Henbert will be there. Which means that I need to come up with a number of funky, fresh, yeehaw-styled stuff. Yeah, Henbert! Yeah. Everyone loves Henbert. Yeah, but if it comes to pass that the product releases and is printed and is available for people to buy, then I will have officially been in a print product, which is something that I have yet to do. Something that I have yet to accomplish. Mostly because my heartbreaker...
Yummy.
Yummy! Yes, Henbert, it will be you. It will be you. It will be nice to officially have a writing credit in a product that people can buy and look at. I mean, like, I talk to a bunch of people who, like, do things in the role-playing industry. I say industry, but I'm more indie stuff. And they know me by name. And they seem happy to talk to me whenever I show up in their Discords and whatnot. So, like, I am not a complete stranger to some people who are doing TTRPGs as a living. But I do not yet have a product, I should grab more stone, that allows the average TTRPG player to vaguely recognize me when I show up. I'm just some guy who has hot takes on Twitter and occasionally talks about how he designs games. That's the extent of it. So it will be nice to finally be like, no, hold on. I have documented proof that I am one of the guys who makes things. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. And hopefully it won't be shit, you know? Hopefully it won't be shit. Fingies crossed. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh, get right in there. Get those fingers right in there. Untangle those curls. Ah, yeah, that's the stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see, what else? I heard back from my artist. I always tell my artists, gotta get recognition. Thank you. It would be nice. It would be nice. Is that not what the itch.io is for? Yes, but itch.io really only works when you have an established media presence to support it. I haven't released a game in almost 2 years now. Like, I released Chaos and Control for free, and that gets some attention, but it's not a complete game. It barely works, because I kind of shat it out very quickly. The last complete game I released was in January of 2021. No, sorry, December 2021. The last update... Hold on, I'm doing math here. Yeah, the last update that I did was for spelling errors in not the Adopt Me music. What do you mean? What do you mean, Adopt Me? What does that mean? Hello? This is like a 10-year-old song by Kevin MacLeod. Is there a new meme that uses as a backing track? So people only know it as the meme? Music from a robot? Oh, no. No. Okay, look at the bottom of the screen. Where it says now playing? This is a royalty-free track by internet legend Kevin MacLeod, whose work was the sole reason why any YouTuber back in the early days of YouTube could get anything accomplished. This is Life of Riley. This is one of Kevin MacLeod's most popular tracks. And you only know it as song from Roblox game. That I'm so old. I'm so fucking ancient. Okay, Ryu Kenny, you're supposed to be at school, but explain to me, what is the Adopt Me game from Roblox? I am an old man. Teach me how to use technology. It's using a game where you can be a kid or a parent and adopt kids or animals and role play. Okay. So I know exactly what you're talking about now. Not the actual Roblox game, but I am going to say something very cursed. Because what you are describing back in my day was known as slave master threads. So, yeah, no. Let me explain. Let me explain something, okay? When I say slave master threads, I don't mean anything sexual. No. Back when I was a youngin', on the internet forums of old, such as Gaia Online, there was a consistent genre of roleplay threads, which was just one person roleplaying as an individual of power, coming to a situation and removing a victim from it. And it was called Slave Master. It wasn't the fucking harems. You better explain fast. Yeah, no. So psychologically, what it was a... Oh, how do I explain this without having to explain what bodice rippers are? To this day, I'm glad I was only into Gaia Online for like 5 total minutes. Well, here's the thing, right? Even the people who were on Gaia Online were like, you are clearly working something out in these threads that we don't want to be privy to. Right? Bodice ripper. Yep. So what it was traumatized teenagers unable to verbalize how their trauma affected them, role-playing in an air quotes societally acceptable scenario where they either lifted someone out of abuse or were someone who was abused being rescued by someone in power. And the only way they had the words to describe that was, it's like in anime when the main character rescues a slave and they become best friends forever. Like, we still see this frequently in the isekai genre, where someone is unable to verbalize the issues they have with unhealthy power dynamics, and this is the closest they can get to it. If you've ever seen those cheap old romance novels where it's like, a werewolf stole me away, or even if you've ever read a fan fiction where Henbert, now is really...
Fine, I'll answer it.
God damn it.
But if it's another Avon lady, I reserve the right to say a single swear.
That's fair, honestly.
Hello? To whom am I speaking? Oh, that seems pretty straightforward. I'll pass it along. Your village called. They'd like their idiot back.
Thanks, Henbert. Have you ever seen or read a fan fiction where the premise is, my parents sold me to One Direction? It's the exact same psychological phenomenon. It is 100% the exact same psychological phenomenon. Individuals unable to express their wants or desires, come up with a bizarre scenario where it is okay for them to experience or at least write about those situations. And it leads to some very interesting things. So in this case of Adopt Me, you are either role-playing as someone who gives a home to a creature in need, be that a child or an animal, or you are performing as the child or animal who needs rescue, and the roleplay then becomes about either the happy ever after, or it just focuses on the act of being lifted out of that oppression. It is, on some level, a healthy thing to roleplay, but for the people who are aware of what the individuals who are doing it are actually like playing out, it's like, good for you, but also, please God, go to therapy. Please God, go to therapy. Interestingly enough, this is actually why Harry Potter fanfiction is so goddamn popular. Specifically, Harry Potter fanfiction, where the author manipulates events so that all the bad shit that happens to Harry either doesn't or does in a way where Harry gets the help he needs. There are so many fix-it fics for Harry Potter, which is just, what if a single individual thought about this for 5 seconds and realized it was fucked up? More like you say 1, 2, 3, and you have a parent, or you run around screaming at people. Ryo Kenny, I do not want to belittle your take on the situation or say, no, internet child, I am an adult and you are wrong. But I will say this. Looking back at 90% of the things that my peers just did growing up, and now having working knowledge of how human psychology works, you'll realize in hindsight, oh, that's why this was entertaining to people. Oh, that's why everyone did this one weird, funky thing for a summer. Oh, you're going to have a lot of that. You're going to have a lot of that. And whether or not the Roblox Adopt Me game is part of it, I can't say now, but get back to me in like 5, 6 years, assuming I'm still alive at that point, as I am ancient. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. One way or another, you'll see. I could just be talking out of my ass. Because, in my experience, a lot of adults around me when I was a teenager just talked out their ass. So who knows? Cinderella AUs. Cinderella alternate universes. Oh, hi, Rocky. Baladins is back. Ooh, okay. Well, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you very much. I need to get a copy of Baladins very badly. Yippee! I'm very excited for Baladins. That and, I've forgotten the name of it, but the Paper Mario game where it's about bakery and embroidering. That one. Yeah, that one. I'm excited about that as well. I need to get a copy. But I have no monies right now. I bought way too much Lego. And that's on me. That's honestly on me. Baladins has a new demo, and they added a bard. Yes, I know, but I have no money. Sukuna x Cinderella might be my favorite Cinderella ship. Oh my god. There are kids in Adopt Me that have horrible, tragic backstories that is highly concerning, and I am highly afraid of those kids. Okay. So those kids, for sure, are working through something, and in hindsight, you will realize exactly what was going on in their lives. Okay. So yeah, no, not everyone. have you guys seen the reuse of the Game Grumps TikTok from their Skyward Sword playthrough? Where I think it's just Dan who's doing it. No, you have not. Okay. So for those of you who do know, there's a clip of Game Grumps audio that's going around where Dan is voicing Zelda. And I think Aaron is voicing Link. And Dan is just reading off Zelda's words verbatim, where it's like, how's the actual quote go? You know what? Let's, where is it? Here we are. Okay. Game Grumps, Zelda, Jesus, TikTok. I don't want to actually... Here we are. Yeah, Firefox. And DuckDuckGo. Don't fucking use Google, for fuck's sake. All right. Where is... Dark mode is now available. I don't want dark mode. Where is it? I don't see the specific Game Grumps Jesus RP partner. No, I don't wanna prove that I'm on a robot. What's wrong with being a robot? Oh my god. Fuck it. This is probably it.
I was pretty sure you'd sleep in and forget to meet me this morning.
Wouldn't have forgotten if I was sleeping with you.
But look at this, Jesus! Look at this. I'm pretty sure you'd sleep.
So, but look at this, Jesus! Look at this. That audio, right? Yeah. Okay. So, everyone who knows me sent me a variant of that where it's that, but it's like two roleplay partners talking to each other. That's where the audio is from. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So Ginger Vixen, while I'm at work, says, "Hey, Gata, I saw this TikTok, and it reminded me of you." So they show it to me while we're like in the room with my other coworkers. And so the audio plays, and I say, "Oh my God, yes. My roleplay partner sent this to me just yesterday, and oops, I have to go. There's a customer," and I walk away. What I didn't know was that my cis, straight, male, very normal coworker who was sitting in the room with us, apparently his head shot up from the screen he was looking at when I said roleplay partner, and then just watched me walk away without giving any clarifying information, utterly befuddled. He started making so many assumptions about the life that I live, and Ginger Vixen sees this happen and loses their mind, because I can't like defend myself or explain anything at all, because I'm like unaware of it, just walked off. The roleplay partner in this situation was Jun. We roleplay as Digimon characters, and sometimes we write them holding hands. Like, it's not salacious in the least, but just, oh my God. So that happened, and I come back, and he wasn't going to say anything. He's like, whatever Gata does with his life is his business. I'm not going to judge. I just wasn't prepared. Oh, hi, Stella. So Ginger is like, no, Gata, you need to finish that statement. And so I said, oh my God, no. It's like forum role play. It's nothing scandalous. It's nothing skeevy. And Ginger Vixen, who is trying to help and failing, says, whatever you're thinking, because this person has like a generic man name like Nick, right? Whatever you're thinking, Nick, it's not that bad. Gotta writes about Sonic the Hedgehog. And I snap my head around to glare at Ginger Vixen, who does not realize what they have done. Because saying, oh no, my friend doesn't do anything weird, he just really likes Sonic the Hedgehog, is not the way you... Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. So what I'm saying is that my normal coworkers think I'm a furry now. And I just have to live with that. You know? I just have to live with that now. At this point, it's a he doth protest too much situation. Farmer furry. Listen. Nothing I say will make this better. If I say, I'm not a furry, well, that's what a furry would say. Oh, gotta turn the banjos back on, please. Okay, yeah, no, we need banjos for this. So, that's where I'm at. My professional workers now believe, not entirely incorrectly, that I have strange likes and hobbies. However, comma. So that's where I'm at. I'm a Digimon fan, so I'm at least furry adjacent. Most of my best friends are furries. This is a wild statement to have with no banjos under it. That is true. That is true. Can we use a semicolon now? No, actually. Had I left the however out, I probably could have included semicolon. But however is a connecting piece, so it makes the two statements essentially a single clause. I came in at a wild time, it seems. Yeah, no, you did. Welcome in, Stella. We're still working on the cube, but we're like, what, 4 layers away from finishing it? We are so tantalizingly close, it is almost painful. I don't really know what I'm going to do with myself once this damn thing is actually done. Probably play some actual fucking Minecraft, which is a novel concept, I'm sure, after how long it's been that I have done anything but playing normal Minecraft. But like, yeah, no, this is the end of it. We are almost on the roof. I got a staircase up here, actually. That is a long way down. I literally cannot see my house from here. I used to be able to, but now I literally can't. Which is absolutely wild. All right, well, it's getting to be night. Let me get all of this in my inventory. We're gonna go sleep real quick. Granted, once we get to the top, we then have to fill in all of this. So like, it's not like we get to the top and then everything's done. So, sleepy night. Yes, exactly. I don't want monsties to be spawning around me while I'm trying to work. You know? I still have to fill in the center of the cube. I still have to get a bunch of cobble and glass to make these pillars of lava around the side. And once I do that, then the cube should be done. Then the cube should be complete. Then I have to get a lot of cobblestone to finish the bridge, Because the bridge currently just floats. I want to have guardrails. I want to have supports. The cube is not done, but the cube itself will just be complete. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. My wife just messaged me asking me to do something for her. So I actually going to go to the be right back screen for like 5 minutes, and then we'll come right back to what we are doing. I'm going to disconnect here so I don't get eaten by something while we're gone. Be right back, everyone. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Bottle breaks scatter.
All right. Breaks bottle. Scatter! Fucking hell. I return. Welcome back. Gada, when you get back, did you see the Heroes of Cerulean update? Which one? I remember there being one like a week or so ago. Or maybe it was a bit earlier than that. I don't recall. They're getting their printing issues sorted out, so we may actually see the physical product at some point. Perfect timing. Oh, God. I am not as excited for Heroes of Cerulean as I was when I first kickstarted it. I'll be happy to have it. But in that time, it no longer feels as groundbreaking to me, which is not the designer's fault at all, just the realities. Oh, the final book files have been sent. Oh, I see. I actually purposefully have not looked at any of the PDFs. I want to experience the book in hardcover. I'm completely blind, if at all possible. Which I know is very much a me thing. Hold on one moment. I got something in my throat. Did that do it? Ooh, pardon me. All right. I think I'm good. They literally haven't sent any of the PDFs out. Oh, you mean they weren't sent to... Oh, I see. They were sent to the printer. That makes sense. That makes more sense. All right, then nobody's seen it. Got it. That's honestly better for me, personally. I know there are a number of Kickstarters where they'll send out the PDFs the moment they're available so that the backers feel like they're getting their shit. The worship cube is almost done. Finally, we can start a new religion, which isn't problematic at all and contains no mass murder or violence. No sacrifice. No blood gods. You joined it halfway. I cannot believe that there are people in my audience who are measuring how long they've been watching me by at what percentage of the cube they showed up for. Oh my God. Did you know that I used to be a baking channel? Did you know that we used to do TTRPG actual plays on here? Did you know there is like... I am known by my most recent viewers for one thing and one thing only, and that is as the guy who yells about Five Nights at Freddy's while he builds a fucking cobblestone cube in Minecraft. That is who I am now. That is my identity. Can we have a baking stream? People have been demanding it for years now. I've closed the door on that part of my life. It shan't be happening again. Although, if things go my way, then a bit later today, we still let you cook. That is true. Gada's internet can't really handle baking anymore. Yeah, that's the problem. I moved to a new house, and getting the whole setup to be in my kitchen with a camera is... it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But no. Not like this. Not like this. Yeah, I know. And what's really upsetting is that I don't actually think I have most of my baking stuff archived. You know? You know what? That would actually be really funny. How big is my kitchen? Not very. But the problem isn't the size of the kitchen. It's the distance between it and the router. I cannot stream... Yes, no, Choopy saw a cat in his vision, so he borked. I have to stream on a wired connection directly into my router, right? I have to have that. Not beating the furry allegations. Choopy! Hi! Hi, baby! Hey, can you stop bullying your brother, please? Can you please? Hi, yeah, it's me, I give you scritches. Why don't you come lie down next to me where there are no cats? There are no cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese. He's barking at my cat, who exists in his peripheral and therefore must be yelled at. What if, I know we just did this. We just did this. But what if, here, let me pause this. Let me youtube.com/farmergotta. No, not GIF Factory. youtube.com. Pay no attention to my recommended videos. It definitely doesn't say anything about me as a person. Let's see here. Go to my videos. And we scroll all the way down. Let's actually close this. Let's scroll. Row 1 to 30, about 345. Let's go all the way. Can I scroll all the way to the end here? Will YouTube let me? No, there is no go to the end option. There's just go over way 1. Okay, well, we're gonna be here for a minute. Oh, go to filters and go. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. Oh my gosh. Oh. Femboy Harem is following. Finally, it's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. Finally, I have the Femboy Harem of my dreams. Thank you so much for the follow. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for the follow. We're doing a bit. Okay, so ignore that. A Mercury SMP. I did not make a playlist. So I literally.
Oh wow! Now it's a party. We can't have a stream without Femboy Harem.
Let me do Coop. Here we are. Oh my God, March 2019. Let's unironically welcome in. Let's go. I can't full screen this. Hand reveal? Oh, more than this. 4 years ago, it has 10 views. I didn't include any information on it. Let's go ahead and go to... Okay. All right, and then... Where is it? Here we are. Let's quickly do a crop filter on this. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's just make this... Okay. So let's put... Here. Stream within a stream. Let's skip ahead. Oh God, this is gonna be so cringe. This is gonna be so fucking cringe. Okay. Well, back to Minecraft. That's another Adopt Me song? No, it's just Kevin McLeod is what it is. It's literally just Kevin McLeod. Oh, did Bonk not work?
There we go.
Oh,
hey
God.
everybody, my name is Gata, and welcome back to Coop Cakes.
Oh, no, not the
this
screen
week, we're
chopping!
finally getting back on track. It's been about a month or so since I've actually made cupcakes on this stream, which is
Oh,
kind of
no.
But today, we are finally getting back to doing that. This week, we are...
This was back when I was streaming directly from my cell phone. Well, no, actually, at this point, I have an overlay. Look, okay, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this in the corner. Look at that big number 2. Look at that big number 2. I had 2 whole people. I was using a phone cam at that point, but at this point, I had started using my computer. It's so good. I look so cute. Look how yellow the room is. Look how fucking yellow the room is. Oh my God. Okay. I'll just put this here so it's a little more visible. Keep playing you.
That I am calling Sunny Side Up Cakes.
Sunny Side Up Cakes. Right,
A
right.
chance for me to play around.
This was
with a couple of new
2019, by the
toys
way.
that
This
I've gotten.
was
I'll
this
show
was
them to you
literally
right
like a
I
month
mentioned
after I
these
started
a
streaming.
couple of streams ago. But due to our scheduling issues, we haven't been able to actually use them on stream like I intended. So now we'll get to play with them a little bit and see how they work. The first one is
Notice the logo, the Coop
It's a
Cakes
cupcake
logo.
core.
I don't know if me
What it
talking
does
over me
is you
talking
jab
is
it
a
into your
difficult thing
cupcake,
for you guys to
and
listen
it pulls out a
to.
little bit so that you can fill it.
Oh my God.
With, pudding
Everything
or
is
candy
freezing.
Or whatever your filling is. I got this guy about a month and a half ago.
At least
and
the
I
audio
haven't
is stable,
tried it
you
out
know?
Yet. So this is gonna be my very
This
first
explains
try with
why
it.
y'all started using me as a podcast.
And I'm going to see how he works. The other thing that we're going to do, because we're going to do 2 things this stream, is I
Gonna do
managed
2
to
things this
snag
week.
this tip.
This
This
tip.
is a filling tip.
I
It's made
snagged the
specifically so
filling
that you
tip.
can just jab it right into your cupcake.
I was
and
so proud
fill
of
it up
this. I
with,
was so
again,
serious.
whatever kind
I
of
was
filling
like,
you want.
yes,
So
I'm
this
going to
is
tell everyone how good I am at
meant most
baking.
to be lagging video. Is
Oh,
it lagging
I
behind
discovered
my
the
audio
video's
or just
lagging.
lagging in general.
Got a real it
If it's lagging
me.
behind my audio, I don't know how to fix that.
Nope, I didn't know a shit. I still don't know shit. But now it's part of the experience. Here, let's skip ahead while we're
We have to
sleeping.
wait for the actual stream lag to catch up.
Let's
Hold
stream
on.
ahead. What do I have here? Oh, I got a mixing bowl out here.
Easily prevented by just playing
Oh,
non-licensed music.
it's
Got
still.
scissors too.
Hold on, I don't know if this is gonna
do
show
this
on
all
stream
the
for you
time.
guys,
Hold
but can you
on.
see the screen flicker?
One of
Of
these
the
days,
camera?
I'm going to come to stream and I'm going to be
Oh my God.
100% totally prepared.
This looks crunchy as fuck.
That day is not today. it'll
One
happen.
of these days, hold on, did you hear that? One of these days, I'm going to come to these streams and I am going to be prepared. And today is not that day. Me, literally me, but also that has not changed one bit. Jesus Christ. All right. So then. Still the same Gata. I still haven't changed one bit. Oh, are you gonna play?
Salt.
Why
I got
am I
it
adding-
right? Finally.
Why am I adding salt?
Oof.
What am I doing with this
Then-
recipe?
Ugh. A quarter of a teaspoon of baking soda.
Am
When we
I?
get baking soda, we get it in bulk.
Why am I using
And-
baking soda? Was I baking from scratch for this? Why was I baking from scratch for
open.
this?
I'll get just an itty bitty bit.
Literally, why? We need that on a sticker for sale. Honestly, it would only really sell for people who like have nostalgia for the old Coop Cakes.
Okay.
The full recipe, I guess, but like I don't recall ever.
Okay. There's that.
The only time I recall doing a full recipe from scratch.
I'm using one hand. I'm overextending. Cut me some slack here.
Cut me some slack here.
Alright,
God, I
so-
sound so gay.
We have all the dry ingredients together in the bowl. We're going to mix
Hooray!
them together real quick,
Okay.
just to make sure they are properly combined.
Combined. 3 layers left.
Then we're going to put our wet ingredients in a separate bowl.
Now I
Cream it all
stopped
together,
doing this,
and then we'll combine these two to make the batter.
but it is a good. Yeah, Henbert's not working for some reason.
So,
Let me refresh
we've got
that.
Kaiju, we've got Susie. How are you guys doing today?
Susie!
What have you been up to?
Oh my god.
Give me something to work with.
My only viewers is Susie, who bless their hearts. Susie would show up through a firestorm uphill both ways to be at my stream. Susie has been the goat from day one, and also my sibling-in-law, who is just trying very desperately to support the guy that married their sister. Holy shit. 2 whole Susie will remember this. So you, at the time, in order to make Twitch affiliate, you had to have like 100 followers or something like that. I was streaming when we hit that, and I started to cry. And Susie, who had literally been the one person who was at my streams every single week, come rain or shine, was like, "Do you need a minute, Gata?" And I'm like, "No, the cupcakes are baking. I can't spend time away. I'll be fine. I'll be okay." Because it was like, "You like me. You guys really like me" moment. God, memories. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Can we get to where we actually decorate the cakes? Oh, there's my face again.
Myself, I played some video games this morning.
Oh, I played some
have a friend
video games.
Who every Saturday morning hits me up and demands that we game. Most recently, it's just been Minecraft.
Just
Which,
been Minecraft.
Nothing wrong with a little Minecraft.
I had not yet experienced I hadn't yet had experience like projecting myself into the mic, and I do still rely on the more downsided kind of commentary, but not for like an entire discussion. It's really funny actually to watch this right now and be like aware that I do things differently 4 years from then. Let's see here. Can I get a shot of me actually decorating the cake? I was in 7th grade at this point and had a BlackBerry phone. Well, don't tell me that. Don't tell me how small you are. Can we play this? Are we gonna... You gonna let me? No? Oh, here we go. Oh. I got a frosting bag out. Choopy, not right now, please.
Like, jamming that. Yes, we're putting pudding inside cupcake. I thought I meant...
Okay. All right. Immediately pausing it. We're not playing Minecraft at this point. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see that black line? That is because I had a lavalier mic clipped to my shirt, but the computer was across me on top of like a breakfast bar area. So I was constantly fighting with the mic because I had no way of getting it to the... Oh, God, memories. God damn. No, God, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no fucking idea.
mentioned that already. We're playing with filled cupcakes this week. All right, so there's that.
We're filling these cupcakes.
I'm gonna rinse off my spatula real quick, like.
Having a sink. I'm in film class, and that is not wire safety. It's in a sink,
Susie,
literally.
would you terribly mind if I did another round of serious business just to get Jen up to speed?
Uh-oh.
And also because I realized that once I get all this pudding into a bag, I'm not gonna have anything to do for like 10 minutes.
So, Gata having random rants in the middle of stream has been from the very beginning. Oh no. Oh God. What discourse and drama am I going to tell today in like May of 2019? Oh, this is fascinating.
Ooh, the cupcakes are almost done. We got like 10 seconds left.
I immediately get distracted.
Hold on, let me
That
grab
checks
those
out.
real quick.
That checks out.
Oh, also, Jen, the cupcake batter is from scratch this week. We're using cake flour, a specialty flour for cakes, so I have no idea how these are going to come out. So let's see.
Oop, there's that. Oh, I wonder how these cupcakes are going to turn out. I'm so excited, guys. You'll also notice that the greens that I use in the overlay are different than the greens I use now. I changed those, I want to say, shortly before I reinvented myself as a VTuber. This was back when I was using the gray stripe Gata design, before Maple redesigned Farmer Gata into the VTuber we know and love today.
Yeah, well, I just got nothing.
Also,
My wife
because
isn't here to distract you with dog stories.
that is true. Ooh, here they come. Gata was flattened in 2021. It's true. It's true.
Let me show you guys real quick.
Oh, Hurricane asked, has my accent changed?
They're very, very light.
They're very light.
Normally,
Ooh,
there's
fluffy.
like a brown tintish on the top.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But this is very, very light. And the cupcakes themselves definitely feel thicker. They
Ooh.
puffed up really nice.
Oh, they're thick.
But I don't know.
Oh,
This
that would be
reminds me
Wrigley.
of, like shortbread, actually. It reminds me of the consistency and the weight of shortbread. And I don't.
I have never eaten shortbread. I have to stress, I was bullshitting there.
So I'm at least to decide.
Gata exposed. This bitch has never eaten shortbread.
Excuse me, Wrigley. Yes, unfortunately, Wrigley Watch has already happened. It actually happened in the first few minutes.
What do you mean
Kaiju
Really Watch
Watch
already
this
happened? Show them the damn dog. They want to see the dog. Show them the dog.
Off.
Show me the dog.
It's been storming around here, so Wrigley has been more prevalent. He's around more often.
Prevalent. It's pronounced
the
prevalent, you
weather
utter
scares him.
swine.
He's not a big fan of storms.
I'm yelling at my older self as though anything will change. Well, now I have to find the dog. Now I have to find the dog. Where the fuck is the dog? Scrolling. Oh. No, that's not the dog's in my head. Scrolling. Where the fuck is the dog? I don't see the dog. I see eggs, I see butter, I see the mixer from hell. Did it happen at the beginning of the stream and I just missed it? Thank you for correcting past Gata, present Gata. There's the dog! We found the dog! Okay. So we have the bowl, and then this is where I raise the camera up, because I only had one camera at this point. I switched to two eventually.
Lord, hold on. I'll grab him for you. You did hear his collar. You heard him properly.
Dog. Wiggles! We called him Wiggles. Oh god. My hairline. It's receded so much since then. It's only been 4
Wrigley.
years.
I'll grab him for you. Wiggles,
Okay.
come here.
Wiggles, Mr. Wriggle Man. I miss that kitchen. It was basic as fuck, but I really enjoyed the layout. Having a sink right next to the counter and the oven was really
Completely
great.
ignored me and went back to bed. Oh, no, wait. He's coming around the opposite direction now.
How is this watchable?
Wiggles.
It's no wonder I only had 2 followers. This was the
Good
quality.
boy.
The forbidden coffee
Wanna
maker.
say hi,
There
everybody?
he is! There's my Wiggly boy! Oh,
Everyone
look at
say hello,
him. What a good boy he was. All gray.
He is
And he's
not
got a little
doing
spot on
so
his
much right
ear.
now. He's a little scared.
He's a little
It's raining
scared
out,
because it's
he
the
knows
sun
that
or
when it
storming
rains, there are
outside.
boomers,
Yeah.
And he does not like the big boomers.
He
So
does not
he's a
like
little
big boomers.
anxious.
No.
He's hanging out of the kitchen. Honestly, this was probably
What a
the
good
easiest
boy. He
Wrigley
was
Watch
such a
to
good dog
get,
once he
but
got his
yeah,
teeth
we do want
handled.
Wrigley Watch.
He loved
I
us to
completely forgot
death.
announce it at the beginning of the stream. I
Literally.
meant to, but
He
you
died.
won.
And I do.
Good
Oh,
boy, though.
Minecraft? Oh shit, I'm being eaten alive in Minecraft! I'm being eaten alive in Minecraft! Shit! Shit, fuck, goddamn. Oh god, they're everywhere! Why have I done this? Oh no! I'm just stood there. Ah! No, get away from me! Oh no! Oh no! Mistakes were made. Yeah, a handful of mistakes were made. Most of all, stopping what I was doing to look at a video. But yeah, that was my wiggle butt. Once his teethers were out and he decided he liked us, he was a really good dog. Alrighty then. Alright. Well, that's probably enough of that. No, let's just get to the end so I can show you what the final cupcakes were. Oh, here's me filling the cupcakes. Oh, okay. Alright. I need you all to experience the story.
5 and 6 of these, so I'll just do the front half, I guess. All right. So
Banjos were always the heavy
my first
part.
time doing this, so if I mess up, I'm gonna mess up good. All right, and go at the front, and just kind of push down ever so slightly, and then do a twist and pull it back up.
Oh, a twist and pull.
That didn't go down near as far as I thought it would.
That's what she
But I
said.
guess the cupcakes themselves aren't very tall.
That's what she said.
Here's a bit. Let's pop it out. Ah, there we are. Oops, I stuck my finger. Got it. Alright, so we have this little cylinder of cake left. If I were going to be putting something like chocolate chips or whatnot in there, and I didn't want them to fall out while people are like moving the cupcake around in their hands, I would cut off the bottom half of the cylinder and keep the top and use that to plug the hole back up once I got the stuff in there. The core looks sharper than it is. It barely even pokes me, so don't worry about it. I'm perfectly safe.
He said,
Let's do this
not
again.
being
I'm gonna
perfectly
try this
safe.
one going a little deeper.
He said
See if
with
there's
an
any
electrical
downside to
wire
it.
going through
I
his
just
sink
don't want
attached to
reach
his
the
head.
bottom by accident. Or, yeah, no. I got even less cake out of this one.
That's what she said.
Alright. This one we're gonna go all the way. I'm gonna go
That's
all the way
what
down
she
until
said. No, I'll behave.
I reach. Alright, let me twist it a bit to make sure it comes out. And
This was back when I was
Ooh,
trying
yeah,
to be
we'll take with that one.
100% family friendly
there
too.
we go.
So
Ooh,
like,
very nice.
no swearing, no questionable content, just a completely G.
okay,
Wow,
okay.
say so
Let me
gotta.
take these cake
Right?
bits and
Right?
move them off to the side. I got a little pile over there that I'm gonna toss out to the chickens. Once
Oh,
this
that's
is all
right.
over
We
with.
had all those birds back then. We had like 20 birds. I think this was before we got the ducks. So it was the first batch of chickens we ever had.
Until I reach bedrock.
The flock.
Not quite that far, but yes. Susie, I didn't know that you were a Minecraft fan, which sucks so much because, like, I have, like, officially established that there is in no way possible for my current tech output to play both Minecraft and record it at the same time. Not even with it at a shitty, like, quality. I can't even get it to do a solid 30 frames. Oh.
Huh.
I got just the top of that this time. Hold on. I'm gonna have to
Huh.
record that.
That's...
My dreams of being a Minecraft YouTuber will have to be put on hold again. Someday. Someday. Alright, there we go.
Oh! Well...
Alrighty then. Well. That certainly...
I'm actually a little emotional over that. This was a funny bit where we have a baking stream within a Minecraft stream, but now I'm like, oh fuck, look how far we've come. And I'm tearing up a little bit, guys. At the start of my journey, I verbally was like, my stream is shit. I'm making cupcakes. Someday, maybe I'll fulfill my dreams. And I'm stood here actively being a Minecraft YouTuber. Well, I mean, you know, within reason. And realizing, oh yeah, I did successfully reach that goal, didn't I? Huh. Wild. And also, Susie is still there. So, like, that's... Some things never change. Some things never change. God damn. Hi, Ryu Kenny. Welcome back. I'm trying not to cry. Wow. That's...
happened. Because of how dry and crumbly the outside, like, this feels like it's hard, right? It's just tap, 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 tap. So, like,
Oh God.
Once you reach the inside where it's not so crumbly, it just it comes out real easy, real smooth. And none of these went all the way down to the bottom. So I feel like in terms of first-time horror usage, I did pretty darn good.
I'm so proud of myself. I actually still have that exact tray, by the way, and the cupcakes are currently on. I still own that. I still use that for stuff. Actually, I just looked over. It's literally right next to my hand. That tray is what I used to build Lego on during Lego nights. That's the base. It's about growth as a streamer. Yeah. All right, so I start filling the cupcakes then, which I believe was with banana cream pudding. I think. There is no way possible for
You
God
don't
to
fully
stream my...
understand what pudding is.
Oh, right. We
I'm
had
not sure
regional
where
differences.
in the UK you are, but I believe I heard that pudding is like a phrase you use to refer to like a part of the meal, like the dessert, as opposed to an actual thing.
Yep. Learning so much about other cultures. I'm an educational channel, you know.
Tell me if I'm correct about that.
Oh, are we getting British definitions? Yeah, we absolutely
Jello
are.
is gelatin. So like...
And Susie is concerned about what I am putting on these cupcakes.
Actually, I'm not really sure.
I believe the best comparison would be to a custard? Question mark? But obviously, like...
Pudding is an after-dinner sweet dish, usually. Yeah. So, American puddings is a flavored milk thing. It's like... I'm trying to think.
I'm on the
what
edge of my
else we
seat.
use it
How do
for.
I describe pudding to a Briton?
If you've ever had like a sweet pie that was filled with like a custard.
Okay.
I've heard them compared to custards.
Okay. I got there.
Yes.
I was
you are.
wondering
If you
how
ever
long
come
it
to the
would
States,
take.
You're going to be very lost in a Walmart. All right.
It's so wild to me to hear the exact same music.
Now that I've injected those cupcakes with the pudding, I'm going to bring it back over to this tip, and I'm going to use it to make the yolk design.
Oh, that's right. These are supposed to look like eggs. That's right. They're sunny side up. That's what... Okay. Adopt me. Shut up for you, Kenny. Shut up. Kevin McLeod deserves respect, damn it.
There we go.
Oh, and there's...
Nice.
I had no way of
I
balancing
like
my audio, so whenever I got excited, it just broke the mic. Fucking bass-boosted farmer. I wasn't actually called Farmer Gotta at this point in time. My channel's name was My Name
Now,
is
let me
Gotta.
rinse these tips out real quick, and we'll get making the banana ones next.
Oh,
Then we will
hold
have
on.
ourselves a quick taste test, and then that's probably going to be it. We managed to go for 2 hours this time. I guess 3 hours isn't terribly that much of an extra leap beyond that.
I changed to Farmer Gotta
I mean, it's an extra
2
full
years ago,
hour,
Cap.
but, you know.
I was My Name is Gotta in Minecraft until recently. That didn't change. But my channel changed to Farmer Gotta 2 years ago.
I can't eat puddings, but back when I could,
very specifically, I had an issue where I had just released Swing. I had just released Swing, so it was like December. It would have been early in 2020. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, it would have been early 2021 because I had just released a game, and it was listed under My Name is Gotta, and I had an issue where I had changed all my URLs to Farmer Gotta. So people who were trying to link to me were having a hard time because all the URLs had changed. Being a 3-year-old hedgehog means that my sense of time is weird. That's fair enough.
I preferred pumpkin spice because around the holidays, us Americans, we have to put pumpkin in everything.
That's true, we do. We are contractually obliged. Also,
Yeah, Americans have a shitload of flavors.
yeah, Pascata?
So like we got vanilla, we got banana cream, chocolate, obviously. There's a lemon, very nice lemon, and then the old people flavors like butterscotch and tapioca.
Okay, Pascata, you're spitting some
And of
stuff
course,
here.
around the holidays, they throw pumpkin in there. So pumpkin spice was my personal favorite.
Back up. What is this about Americans having flavors? What are you trying to say?
Japan has pumpkin and chestnut. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever actually eaten a chestnut.
As an American, you should have had that flavors. Americans have a shitload of flavors. You got your
Alright,
East Coast,
so,
your Mid
need
Coast.
to get
What?
another two
God
two
damn.
bags. Since the bags I were using now has vanilla pudding all through them.
Yeah.
So I'm
Old
gonna go
people
ahead,
flavors.
actually,
I
and
had
do
some hot
the
takes,
injector one
apparently.
first.
That has not changed. To be fair, you will notice that my audience was a measly 2 individuals,
You want to eat more pumpkin.
one of whom was
I had
Susie.
pumpkin plants growing, but unfortunately, when they had horses during the
Oh, right.
last hurricane, they trampled all over them. So they did not grow, and they didn't.
The horses did not trample all over my pumpkin plants. They shit on them. And the weight of the shit was so heavy that it shattered every gourd that had been growing. Of course, I was trying to be a family-friendly channel, so I could not say that out loud in that exact moment. It was bad. Powerful poops. Powerful poops. Yes. I'm still scared of horses, though. Still scared of them. Let's hop into the bed.
Not create pumpkins, and I was very upset. Ooh, banana.
Oh, banana.
That's a Donkey Kong 64 reference, in case any of you young whippersnappers didn't know what that was.
There are 2 people watching your stream, man. There are 2 people watching your stream, and both of them are your
Carve out a
age.
pumpkin at Halloween and then watch it rot for a week. To be entirely honest, that's kind of what I do with it too. Like, you're not alone in that. Alright, so
God
the
damn.
banana pudding, and
I'm not embarrassed for myself. I'm embarrassed for him. I'm in the audience like, we're all looking for who was cringe, knowing full well that it's me, but also no, that man is not me.
one.
All right, so we're... Oh, well, that's
two.
fair.
I think I'm over-injecting them just a little bit because they keep spewing at the top.
Oh, is that what you're calling it?
This one.
You're over-injecting and not just not removing your...
Okay.
So when you
Next time on
use
Cookcakes,
an injector tip...
No, never minions. Never minions.
Well, at least that's...
Don't you put that evil on me, Jen. Or Susie did that. I'm sorry, Jen. Susie.
At least that stayed standard across the eons. Yeah, no, when you have an injector tip, you're not supposed to hold it in. You're
Come on,
supposed to like
bag.
squeeze and
Work
lift.
with me.
And I'm just
I hate these bags so much.
jamming
I've
it
gotta get
in
them
there
replaced.
and squeezing until I think it's full, which means I'm overfilling
Alright.
it, which is a problem.
Alright.
All right. God damn. What a fucking ways we have come. Jesus Christ. I am...
Come on. Oof. Man.
Kinda
I said
glad.
the vanilla pudding held up better, but the banana pudding is really goopy. Like,
Oh,
it's getting everywhere.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Ugh. What a trip down memory road. And I spent most of it talking and not actually doing the busy work I was supposed to be doing. But more cobblestone has been placed down, so, you know, there's that. I really wish that I had properly documented more of my early years, which is an ongoing issue, right? Like, when I entered college, I deleted a whole bunch of my cringy stuff from high school, and I really wish I still had that stuff. When I started trying to do content at all, as My Name is Gata, even before Coop Cake started, I was trying to do various things. I went through and I scrubbed my internet history of anything that I viewed as unfortunate or questionable. No one, like 10 people have viewed that video, and I don't even want to look at the metrics, but I highly doubt anyone watched it for more than a few seconds. But knowing that I have that information, that relic of my past is still available, is it really means a lot, actually. I'm actually really, yeah. But yeah, sadly, we don't have any more recent baking streams available. None of those, I believe, were saved. I only started saving VODs after I started doing Minecraft content, like, consistently. We did a couple of Minecraft community build nights, which were semi-popular, but not really something other people came to watch. And then eventually I was invited to join the Mercury SMP, at which point I started documenting everything. And now we're here on Haycraft, the SMP that I own and run. Please hear the audible air quotes on those. Aside from the regular backups, I have done like next to no actual like admin work in the past week. Or the past 2 weeks. Possibly since November. But it's mine. I pay for it, and other people seem to use it, so that's what matters. I guess. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know, man. I just want to work on my cube. You know? Dang it, Bobby. I just want to cube to Bobby, yeah. Yeah. You do own it. I do very much own it. But everyone's running it! You're not wrong, though! You're not wrong at all! Jesus Christ. Also, we still can't... Okay, you know what? Hold on. Mods. Better block sounds, better clouds, cave dust, clear water, continuity, coalesce leaves, fast items, not enough animations, rate. Oh my god, it is a mod. It's a client-side mod. I thought for sure that it was... Okay. So it is in fact a mod. I would have sworn on my left testicle, which is my favorite, that I had installed something, a data pack on the server. I thought for sure that everyone had access to this and not just me. I am mods. Oh, you meant in Minecraft. Yes. Okay, so it is a client-side mod. I'm glad that we've sorted that out, so now I can tell everyone how I was terribly wrong. I knew it. I knew there was something like that. I think what happened was I looked at a couple data packs, and they must not have been what I wanted. So I ended up finding a single client-side pack. You told the chat you put it on the server. I thought I did too. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was incorrect. Forgive me. I must stress that I do not think it is lying if I genuinely have convinced myself that something is true. Don't worry, I already told the server. Okay. I am not being malicious. I am being incompetent. which looks very similar, but does have some key distinctions. Chicky, Prince Raglan, can you get out of the way? All right. It is 1:36. So what I think I'm gonna do is go for another 10 minutes or so. You just gaslit yourself. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Honestly, having ADHD and memory problems is a lot of like living with a ghost, but you are the ghost. That's still lying. It's just also to you. Literally, we're all trying to figure out who did this. Rude also, because that's my friend you're gaslighting. Aw, Tegan. Aw, Tegan. I love you too. We are going to go until 1:45, and then I'm going to take a break and set up the Lego, because we have Lego to build. I will be building Lego. I got so much of it, and I am so excited. I'm so happy. There is Lego. My beautiful wife came home, and I was morose. And she said, "What is wrong?" And I said, "I got a lot of Lego." And she's like, okay. And I said, "And when I was buying it, it didn't seem like a lot. But now that I have it, it's a lot." I said, she's like, "Yeah?" I said, "And even though I know that literally half of it is your is like your present to me for my birthday, right? I still feel as though I spent a lot of money on me and that you're missing out." And she just kind of did a slow blink at me. I was like, "I know it's not logical, but I feel like I've been greedy by buying myself things, and then you buy me things." And she's like, "But you bought me expensive, like, gay boy Christmas presents, right?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "They are more than the money I spent on you for your birthday, right?" I go, "Yeah." She's like, you told me not to get you a Christmas present until January, right?" And I went, "Yeah, but I love you." And she just kind of rolls her eyes and says, "In the new year, buy me a new shelf for my Bakugo action figures." And I'm like, "Okay." Because, you know, you gotta accept that you deserve good, nice things. It's true, but my wife deserves them more. And when she doesn't get them, then I feel like I've been a bad person. And on that note, we're gonna end stream. That's right, baby! Trauma dump and run! It's the VTuber way! Lol. But no, probably around 2:30, I'll be going live again. I gotta set up the camera. I gotta set up the pooter. 2 and a bit layers to go. We are very, 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 very close. So very close. So let's pop down for a nippy nap. I did not bring my phone with me, which is silly because I do in fact need that. So let me just hide that. Gotta. When I catch you, gotta. Let me see who's streaming on Twitch. Let's see here. Let's do... is something throwing things at me from in the water? Get back here. You can't outrun me. I'm in your wall. That's true. I think there's a drowned in the water repeatedly trying to throw things at me. And it's not working. Oh, right. My fucking Firefox doesn't want to work, so I gotta use Chrome to look up. Oh, my God. For whatever reason, my version of Firefox says, "Oh, you can't log into Twitch, you silly Billy. Twitch doesn't support this." I'm like, what are you kidding? What are you kidding? All right. Let's go to twitch.tv. All right. Bye, Sam Knight. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. Who do I know who's streaming right now? Oh, we can go to, hold on. Izuma is running Vault Hunters. That's not a small creator. BM is doing art. Simply Press Start is playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I think we're going to bother Exuma. Not because I know Exuma, but because, well, Exuma's way too big for me to actually know them. But let's go from Minecraft to Minecraft. Maybe you'll see someone who actually knows what they're doing playing this game. So give Exuma a big, hearty yeehaw for me. And I will see you guys later. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.